lovely session of Rime of the Frost Maiden. They've made it into a tower. Now, a lot of things happen. Gawk, well, you'll get the idea, but Gawk now has a fire spirit. Tico is now Way of Mercy because that was something that we allowed. And everyone's broken. And it's just going to get even worse as we continue on, which would be great. It'd be wonderful. If you're interested in playing one of these games, type exclamation higher and go to start playing, look up Wizo, and bada boom, bada bing, it'll be great for you all. As for, oh, one sec. Okay, as for any other tips, tricks, or anything else, you can go to levelupcorner.com. But let's get into something interesting now. And back. All right, back.
Whoa, I have a quick question before we proceed.
Hmm.
Is my wildfire spirit persistent? Is that why you already have him out?
I have them out to show off the coolness of it for everyone else
Okay.
that they wanted. If you want to just pop them out, you can. But that choice
Well,
is
it
up to
consumes a
you.
wild shape, right?
It does cost a
So,
wild shape, and it lasts for I think the same duration as the wild shape.
yeah. So, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until I need uh he she slash it.
Slash that shit. Eh, pronouns.
I'm waiting to give it a proper name. I'm not sure what to call it yet.
Ah, all right, all right. So, with that, does anyone want to give a recap as to what happened last time?
You want one of these?
Who even remembers?
So much stuff.
Well, I was awake for it for the whole time, I think. So basically, we ended up at the spaceship, for lack of a better word, and the speaker had transformed into a mind flare and was willing to create several items for the psionic crystal that Merlin had. And after much deliberation between gaining either weapons that he had or knowledge or power, the group decided to go with power. Um, Gave us each a worm to take. Everyone took it except for me. When I saw the reaction for everyone taking the worm, was passing out and being concerned that things weren't going to go well, or that I might be the only chance for the group surviving. I decided not to take the worm. He took everyone into the ship, and when you guys woke up, you all had psionic powers. And then he granted me a piece of knowledge as well, and you guys all chose your psionic powers. And then after that, we decided to see what else, what would be our next steps for our quest. I believe I got a location as part of my knowledge download to go somewhere from the mind flayer. And then when we went back into town, we heard 3 rumors, one of which coincided with this location. So then we came to this location.
All right. That's actually a pretty good summary. Does anyone else want to
Well
add
done,
anything
Tickle.
to it?
I believe you guys also told Cora about her son, and Mulan softened the blow. And you guys went to the house of the morning god or the sun god, I don't know, in Bryn Shandir, and got a potion as well.
Is that uh, did Mulan soften the blow?
Yeah, he used his psionic power to soften it a little bit. So
Yeah,
she was,
you hit her with the blow, and then
I was
Mulin
gonna
softened
say
the blow, and then
you
I gave her
skipped
some
over an
money.
important part there.
oh yeah, our bard sang of her
Yes.
son.
I also failed to. I also failed to hide the fact that I was part of the broken chuckles, and it didn't work out too well. But we got our potions anyway at a discount too.
Yeah, the Drunken Knuckles, exactly. So, with that, I think we're ready to start this delve into the tower.
Hey,
Hey,
Wizo?
1 second. I'm so sorry, but feel free to start.
Mr. Wizo, speaking of which, did we come to a decision regarding my Molotov cocktail request?
I don't
Alva
recall
wants to
this. What was your
set shit
Molotov
on
cocktail
fire.
request?
Is
Uh, I-
Molotov whale oil?
yeah, I had the whale oil, and I also have string and wax. I wanted to make little fuses, the Molotov cocktails, but I don't have an alchemy kit.
Yeah, didn't we say that since you
We
have
can-
no
we
alchemy
can-
background, you wouldn't really know how to really do that? You may have heard of it, but you don't really have any idea how to really pull it off.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
He just wants to mix things together and
I have stuff in my
Hopefully-
inventory. I wanted
hopefully not set himself on fire and everybody else around him.
Yeah, that would be interesting. As you have
Team
no
wipe.
alchemy background, and this is a very alchemical thing, it's like,
Team wipe.
if someone's on fire, can I just throw the oil at their face?
yeah, it's like water.
Yeah,
It should be
I
good.
guess. Yeah.
Okay.
All
I'm sure
right.
it'll work out fine.
Whale oil is flammable, right?
Sometimes.
All right.
You
So,
never know.
you guys are able to progress and delve into this place if you so wish.
What
We
is
so
this
wish.
place? Sorry, just
Oh yeah.
Hmm?
So if I remember correctly, we had two leads that were leading us to the same place. The first was the secret psionic knowledge that Tico had. The other was we had talked to someone in the tavern that had heard about a Berry Tower, I think it was. Berry Tower, Berry Castle, Berry Tower. And when we asked about it, we found out that that person had heard from another mercenary who had been hired to go there and never returned. Not like a military mercenary, just like somebody who had been hired to go there and never returned, among other people. And that person, before leaving and disappearing, had told the bar patron where the location was. And when Tico pulled out his map, the guy noticed that the place on the map had already been circled, and it's the one that Tico knew about. And so we had two leads leading us to this place. One that's supposed to be the mysteries of this buried tower, and the other is whatever Tico was told us here.
wait. Thank you.
We came for the 2-for-1 deal. That's why we're here. Two
Two
quests,
for one deal.
one tower.
All right, 2 rumors, 1 tower. That is correct.
We should set a strategy for opening doors in this place, by the way. I'm not saying I've learned from experience, but Mullen and I are now very, very careful about opening doors. Very careful. We like to check all corners and the handle and also underneath if we can, whenever we can.
Okay. So what is your
Please
standard
stay
door
wide.
checking procedure?
Yes. So let's all get clear on the door checking procedure. No one just opens doors anymore.
So I have in my thieves tools I have a mirror that is attached to like a little stick. I can always put it under the door cracks, assuming there is a door crack under it. I could also check corners.
I can also. Oh.
So by checking corners, you mean opening the door and checking corners?
Oh no, that second part was if there is no door, but we're slowly creeping around hallways or something, I can safely check corners by
Mirror around
putting
corners.
the mirror
So
over
you
the corner
think-
and looking backwards.
If there's enough space, I can send Fievel underneath and see through his eyes and hear through his ears after giving him some instructions and a promise of a treat.
Okay.
And if it's a doggy door, we could send Mosby through.
Yeah.
Can I just interject and say, when you guys are talking about checking doors, it reminded me of Home Alone 2. And how that
Oh my God,
Same
yeah.
exact thought.
Yes.
Hello.
I'm just wondering what your door checking procedure is. So far, I have mirror underneath door. If no doors, mirror around corners. Is there any other checks that you want to do?
Just I guess a perception or investigation for traps.
Okay.
I think we should set a point person as long as we're moving in one direction. Like right now, we got one way to go.
Okay. Actually, really
As long
quick,
as
while
we
you
have
guys
that-
finalize this, I just need to go to the bathroom. My stomach's really acting up. Be right back.
Yeah. Over. No problemo.
Nature check.
Uh,
So who's
Yeah.
the tank?
Me, and to a degree, Depot. It depends on what's on the other side.
we should. Yeah, it would depend on what's on the other side. If we have no idea, I think it should be whoever's got the best dexterity. Because like, we should avoiding getting hit is better than being able to take the hit.
Yeah.
So we can
Remember-
avoid getting hit.
Also, remember, guys, we can speak non-verbally.
I have advantage on dexterity saving throws for any trap that I see. So that's potentially something we can use as well.
And you're low to the ground, so you'll likely
Wait,
see them.
who has the highest dexterity right now?
Maybe one of you guys.
I have 18.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
that's-
18 on mine as well.
That's
16.
16.
Okay.
Also, I have in my inventory there's like a trap, something or other. Hold on, let me find it.
Wait, is that total or including the modifiers? And I actually don't know how to read the two because there's a left and right modifier.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
Yeah, so one is a modifier to saving throws, one is a modifier to ability checks that are of that relation. So if it's, hey, I need to do a dexterity saving throw, you may have more plus to the saving throw than you do your general dexterity checks.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
so
that makes sense.
it's the big
Yeah.
number plus whichever.
Yeah,
whichever
so
one.
so the one on the right is for saves, and the one on the left is for ability checks.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So what's your guys' the ones who have 18? What are your numbers?
my left is a 4, my right is a 6.
Okay. Yeah.
That's really good.
You guys got the highest ones.
So odds are good that Mulin's gonna have to stealth forward anyway, right? Like traditional recon. And that way also, if there's a trap, you're likely to get out of the way. The only thing is we should probably leave a space behind you. That way, like, I don't know, if there's like a dart throwing thing or something.
A giant fireball.
Right.
Yeah, we should be just like on the sides of the doors, basically, as he opens it.
Yeah.
But also, hold on if I could think of something. I have a thing called deflect missile as a reaction. So if anything is like, if I'm hit by a ranged weapon, I could do it. I could do a dexterity check on it and have it not
Reduce the
affect me.
damage. Yeah, reduce damage. That's
Yeah.
nice. As long as it's a projectile.
Yeah. Also, like, if we're pretty sure we're going into a dangerous situation, if you have protective abilities, you can maybe prepare them in advance.
Oh, one thing I want to say for combat or running away purposes, if I ever need to like get to you guys super quickly, I may do an attack towards you. Just like say like you're gonna leave yourself open to the attack or whatever, and then I could teleport there with the attack. And like it'll just be like a slap. Like my attack will be a slap, like an unarmed attack. I could teleport to you guys.
Yeah, and that'll be the one time you roll a nat 20 and take half my health.
Oh, I'm not, it's
Wait,
open.
So you're saying you'd survive?
Hey, wait a second. Didn't range attacks if it goes through the square of another teammate actually get stronger?
No.
No,
I thought we ran into that from a while ago.
no, we didn't. It was ranged attacks that are through a like
It's
a
a
neighbor.
disadvantage if you
Yeah.
need to go through a target to hit
Yeah.
another target.
Yeah, the AC is higher basically for them,
Yeah.
so it's hard. They're harder to hit. General.
Less surface area.
Ooh, that sounded great. Moving.
Wow, you heard that?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm jealous now.
I had somewhere an ability to disarm traps, but I can't find it. I think it might be just the thieves' tools.
Check your features.
It might have been in that psionic rogue. That
Oh,
you
here it
read
is.
that. Oh,
Proficiency. Okay, I don't think I have proficiency with thieves' tools. Proficiency with these tools lets you add to your proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make to disarm traps.
Alrighty. So,
Um,
wait, what? Body equilibrium? What's this doing?
No, that was an accident. My bad.
Oh, okay. So your door checking procedure so far is mirroring under doors and then rolling. Is there anything else you wanted to add to that or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll add the first part. When opening a door, actual action to open the door. Our protocol is nobody stands behind the person opening the door. That way, if anything comes flying towards the person who opened the door, it's a little less likely for us, provided that there's space. Provided that there's space for us to not be in the way.
And I
Right
can
now,
take up. I can take up the space of somebody who is larger than me as well. It's one of my halfling abilities.
Oh, you said what? Hide behind one? Or
Like basically take up the same space as one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, here. There
Does
you go.
that help us here?
Well, we can stack me on top of another spot. Basically, here it is.
Oh,
which one? Halfling nimbleness?
Yeah.
You can move through the space. Not end.
yeah. I don't know if you can share the space.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got
Yeah.
it.
Basically, it's not difficult
Cool.
terrain. So, for example, if Tico is trying to move through Gawk, this is 15 feet instead of 10 because Gawk's in the way. But if you were there, Mosby, that would only be 10.
Got it.
Alrighty. Alright, so you had no one stands behind the one opening the door. What's another? Did you have any other trap? Door checking procedures?
We may occasionally send Gawk in as a spider underneath, but
Okay.
that's then more of a decision, a game time
Yeah.
decision.
Well,
Yeah.
that we're not preparing that ahead of time or anything.
There's a
Okay.
quick question. If I cast Shield of Fate right now, will it use a spell slot?
Yes, it will. It is not a ritual. Rituals are the only ones that won't use a spell slot. Well, rituals and cantrips. But rituals, if you take 10 minutes adding to the spell's casting time.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So rituals and cantrips. And rituals are optional. But, yeah. Depends on if you're willing to add the time. So, all right. Those are your door checking procedures. So if you want to, from now on, to speed things up, you could just say we do our door checking procedure, which is mirror underneath, and no one stands behind the one opening for door, as well as you roll and investigate for traps. And then if you just roll and say we do our door checking procedures, I will have it there, as it is bolded and highlighted in my notes. Sound good?
Yep.
Sounds good.
All right.
We may even get good at this eventually.
I mean, if you want to get really good at door checking stuff, play AD&D. You'll either learn or you'll die. Yeah. But yeah, I'm assuming you're going to want to use your standard door checking procedures here, correct?
I don't think we. I think the last thing we did is we climbed down here, but we didn't get a really good look at our surroundings. Are we presumably just in this visible space of nothingness plus door?
Indeed, you are just in this visible space as the slippery tunnel opens into an upside-down room, the contents of which are coated in frost. Across from the tunnel is a wooden door that you can see in front of you that's flush with the ceiling, which used to be the floor. The door is slightly ajar, and flanking it are two identical stone statues that hang down like stalactites. Across from the statues are sconces with upside-down flames burning in them. As you can see, this whole area is upside down. So you are walking on the ceiling,
Got it.
technically. Mm-hmm.
Two questions. One, did somebody intentionally open the door? Because we can now see into the hallway.
Someone did. It's supposed to be like slightly ajar to where you can see this much, but that's all right.
Okay.
We could say for this one
And the
that
second
it's.
question.
Mhm.
For these doors, are they the full height of the ground to the ceiling, or like to reach these doors is like Mosby's gonna have some trouble? Someone's gonna have to pick them up, because right there's a space between the top of the door and the ceiling. Are we dealing with that every time we look at these doors, or are these floor to ceiling?
It's a little difficult for Mosby to reach, but other than that, you guys should be fine. But it is, yes, ceiling to floor. That's
Mosby's
what's a little hard.
cosplaying as Tom.
Mm-hmm.
This might be a problem then, because we can't really check under the door when the under the door is on the ceiling.
Can you check the top crack of the door?
Depends on how this door was built. How crappy are the carpenters here?
It doesn't look like this door was made hastily or with shoddy workmanship. It looks like it was made pretty well.
So is that a no to
That is
Moon's
a
question?
no
We
for
cannot
this
slip the
place. So
son of a damn it.
Let me stand on someone's shoulders.
That's true. That's true. We could maybe do that. I'm a little over 6 feet, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. But I do have some good news for you as you open the door. You see that in this hallway there are 2 more doors. And while there were once stairs that led down or up, you see that these stairs have long since been caved in and are unusable as it is choked with rubble and ice.
Trying to picture that upside down. It's not happening. So the stairs have collapsed onto the ceiling?
Just,
Yes.
just think about that scene from Inception, but in D&D.
So basically, the place that the stairs would be going down to really would be going up to some other door up there. Is that
Did someone just invert this entire tower underground?
The whole tower is inverted. Instead of it being up like this, like the pencil, it is literally like this. And you guys are here or here trying to figure out your way when going to another direction. You don't know if this is the top or the bottom. But you can tell that there were
and I don't
stairs
want
at
to
one
sound
point.
ridiculous here, it could have fallen out of the sky.
Resident
So, we basically, so basically, we're walking on the ceiling right now.
Yes.
As stated before, yes, you are.
It's the Drunken Knuckles in Wonderland. Here we go. All right. So the area where the stairs have crumbled, presumably there's no path that terminates. There's just
Some important information, Mosby. We are in a tower that is upside down.
I heard everything. Don't worry.
Okay.
got it.
So did you mention the stairs that were crumbled? Do we know if the original stairs before the inversion were going downstairs or upstairs?
To get there, you'd honestly have to roll like a stone cutting or a history check. It is a mess with how much rubble there is.
I see. Should we just start inching forward, guys?
Let's do it.
You can.
Like, can we do a history check? Doesn't.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
you
go for it,
can.
guys. My history is a 9. So.
Shall not help here.
13.
I think Tico's our best hope.
I'm proficient and I'm at 12.
Oh, that's right. And you have that thing, right?
Help
Which
us,
thing?
Tico 1.
The knowledge thing?
Well, that helped me out with the history thing. So let's give it a shot.
Yes.
All right, Tico. You are certain that that this seems familiar to you slightly, but you just can't recall this whole area, and that kind of makes it too hard for you to really tell, as you're not really focusing on these stairs here. You're more focusing on instead this place, as you think you've seen it before, but you just can't really recall at this point.
I don't suppose we can roll an insight or investigation into the materials of the surroundings.
Yeah, you actually can. You can roll a instead of trying to figure out where the stonework is here, going up or down. You can roll to see if you have seen this material or anything before. It would be a stone cutting. If you're a dwarf, you would have advantage. Otherwise, yeah, it would be nature or history to get a little bit more information about the stone.
You're up again, Tico.
Okay.
Okay.
Better.
Not a bad roll.
All right. Tico, you have a flash of insight as you recall some of these cities in your inspiration that you were given from that extra bit of knowledge from history. You recall these buildings being sculpted, and you recall them not being sculpted by tools of any fashion, but instead by words and power that formed them. And as you look at this stonework coming back to reality, you realize that there are no hewn marks on this stone. It is immaculate, and that this stone was shaped and made by magic.
Oh,
Oh wow.
telling you right now, this tower fell from the sky. I'm gonna just call it.
Can I
right
do
now.
an Arcana?
You can do an
to
Arcana.
Identify the magic. Okay.
Wait,
What
did
are
you
you
also
trying
have
to
a spell
ascertain with this
relate-
Arcana?
What sort of magic there may be in the room?
Tico, I'm assuming you share this information so that Hagit could try to actually make that roll.
Yes.
All right. So, Hagit, you would assume that it would have to be some sort of very strong transmutation magic. You know a little bit about some cantrips like Mold Earth, so it's technically possible, but to create an entire tower should take forever. But when you talk to Tico about this, you recall them shaping entire rooms with ease.
Who's them?
The strange people that he saw making this
Got it.
place.
So, I guess the question kind of becomes left or right, or up or down, guys. At this point,
I have a thought. If it's possible to expound upon, is it possible to see, again, if it whatever I don't know what the role would be or what the would need to be proficient in it, but is it possible to see what part of the wall was built first? Was it from where we're standing? Was it built top down or bottom up?
That would be impossible to tell without the entirety of the structure,
Okay.
as there isn't a intact foundation really to figure it out. Well, good question.
All right. Our door check procedure requires we do this one door at a time. So I'm gonna let Mulin pick which door we should check.
Start on this one, I guess.
Top one? Okay. So, with some...
Before we go, I just realized something. Mulin, do you still have that ring that we had earlier? I realized I have a skill that I didn't know I had. Can we use that real quick before we go anywhere?
What skill do you
So I
speak
will
of?
forget again. Identify.
Ah, what do you wish to identify?
And last time I saw his ring, I didn't use that. The ring that you had, Mulin?
It was a ring with TR engraved on it.
Okay.
But I feel as though that was like 10 towns business. We might pass that. But yeah, for sure, go for it.
Yeah, we can say that you
Did
identified
identify
that in the
something
10
that you
towns.
cast ritually?
Yeah, we can
Cool.
just say that you did it ritually in the 10 towns. It wouldn't have been a hard sell at that point. Let's see, the TR ring. Let me get the notes here. That would be in Bryn Shandir is where you grabbed it.
That thing's been burning a hole in my pocket. Trying to figure out what it is.
Yes. And I read identify today, and I'm like, why didn't I use this?
Okay. So, you would know that... Let's see. Can you click identify really quick and not have it consume a spell slot so I can just make sure that I'm not giving you too much information like I would with legend lore probably?
How do
I think
do
it just
that?
tells you the properties of it.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
Let's
this is
see,
kind of important.
spells. Says you can choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are, and if the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Okay. You cast Identify, and
Does
you find out
creature
that it is a
include
standard ring.
humanoids, by the way?
Hmm?
Does creature include humanoids?
Creature
it
does
says
include
creature.
humanoids.
Oh. Ooh.
So
Okay.
it's a standard ring.
Yeah, it's just a regular ring, man.
Yeah, it's a It's some sort of family ring. I couldn't track it down.
I'm gonna flick it back to you. Like a booger.
All right. But yeah, it's just a standard ring. So, with that, are we ready to proceed?
Yes.
All right.
Selected a door and door opening procedure.
Which is it? This one on the bottom or the top?
No, the top, right?
All right.
let's start.
I have this. It's all right. I clicked it here so you could see what you'd see with the mirror. It doesn't appear like there is much, except you see a small piece of broken wood.
Any traps or
Broken
anything
wood.
inside?
Well, roll me an investigator perception, as you don't see any obvious ones here.
I got 13 on perception.
I've got
Anyone have higher than 13?
11. What was the other one? Perception or what?
Investigation.
I have 14 and I have proficiency
yeah.
in perception.
All you, buddy.
Oh, do it. Do it. Everything except the 5 tacos you got. Those 5 tacos are
Into
yours.
the fine
Everything
tacos.
else in that bag is mine.
All right, Tico, you're very sure that this door is not trapped.
Bro. Yeah, 5 regular tacos.
Does that also include trapdoors, stuff like that? Secret passages?
Oh, that's only for checking this door. If we're in a room, then it'll just be I check the room. But he's not checking the hallway. He's just checking this door.
Gotcha. Deco, you want to go on in, buddy?
Sure.
This is just a piece of broken wood inside that, with our naked eye, we can't really tell much more.
Yeah, not with a mirror. You can't tell much more until you open the door fully.
Let's go ahead and open it.
All right. You open the door, and you see this room contains shattered and jumbled equipment, much of it near 2 heavy wooden work tables, one on its side, the other upside down.
Are there any papers or anything near the tables?
As you start searching around the investigating the area, you don't see any papers, but as you continue to look around mostly, you see that there is an iron key.
Ooh, I'm gonna grab that key.
All right.
Can somebody maybe help me flip this desk over to see if there's anything underneath it?
Yes. Gok will help.
Like we're moving per Belrond again.
Yeah, Gog, move so I can move.
You can move.
Blocking my way.
He's a big boy.
1, 2, 3, lift.
Yeah. What's the check? Is it a check at all to flip it over?
Oh, no, you're able to flip over the table. No problem.
That'd
Like
be a
and-
sad thing if
I'd like to
Or-
stand there lazily and just be like, you guys lift it up higher. You know, just give a bunch of just advice while I'm not lifting a finger.
Gok would like to promptly ignore him. Was there anything underneath it? Like, did it fall onto anything that we couldn't previously see?
No, it seems that the small iron key was at the edge of the table, which Mosby just yoinked, but nothing else. Nothing else.
Out of frustration, Gok flips the table back.
Nice.
So there's another door there, I notice.
There is another door.
Yeah,
Musical choice.
darn things. There we go. Okay.
Do you guys want to check out that door, or do you want to check out the door on the south before we dive deeper?
We're already in this room. Let's check out this door first.
Let's do it. Same procedure, Mr. Wizo.
Alrighty, who's gonna check with the mirror? Get you there. You get to see this little bit. What you see in here is that there appears to be a little bit of a cracked room and a small shard of glass. Just one.
Tico, do you want to do another investigate? Make sure
Sure.
the door's not fully trapped.
Perception, right? Not investigation.
Perception or
Yeah,
investigation?
whichever.
Well, that's quick going in. We'll keep the 22 unless there's something new that happens, like an actual trap door. Well, I mean, unless something new happens, but yeah, just to speed things up
Yeah.
here.
Ro-
So what you see,
Roll before moving.
yeah, is that the floor of this room is covered with shards of glass, frozen pools of spilled fluids, and the wreckage of 2 cabinets. In a niche in the far corner, you can see here, Tico, of the room, is a metal chest that is bolted to the ceiling, what was once the floor. Its lid is locked.
Shiny things?
Before I go to the chest, so I noticed that the ground is 2 different colors. Is that the glass I'm looking at, or is that something else?
That is the spilled liquid that has meshed together and frozen.
Okay. Can we investigate what that liquid is?
Sure. Roll me in. It would be Arcanum or Alchemist tools.
I don't have alchemy. Since
I think a bard is the Arcana person, right? Or is that Belrond?
It's the bard.
Not I.
Eddie, you got it.
All right, so you don't really know what it is. It's just some strange liquid that's been all mixed together.
Mosby, have your pet eat it. See what happens.
No, not Five-O.
How high up is the chest?
The chest is where you could reach, and it's over here. Like you could reach up and try to thieves tool it if that's what you're thinking of doing, or try to open the lid.
We can try my key in there.
You could.
Yeah, could we see if Mosby's key works?
Gok says, hold on.
Maybe check for traps as well.
Maybe we check it for traps. Also tap it a couple of times. Who knows? Maybe there's something living inside. Like a monster or
I'm gonna give it a couple knocks on top.
All right. So that was Mosby. So you go over as you knock into it, and you don't really hear anything, as this is a metal chest. Your knock doesn't really displace anything, if there is anything in there.
Nothing knocks back.
Do we
No,
need
nothing
another
knocks
perception
back.
or investigation?
What was that?
Do we need another perception or investigation from Tico before busting out the tools?
Oh, to check if the chest is trapped. Yes, that is something completely new, instead of just going through doors. A chest is something completely new.
Do
So
it, Tico.
perception.
Perception or investigation. Alrighty, so with a 22 as well, you can tell that this chest is not trapped. However, there's definitely something in it. Not sure
how
what,
did you know that?
but you heard a slight little rattle of something. It's just how good Tico is.
Go for it. There might be shiny things inside.
I'm putting the key in and opening.
Got
Stand
it.
back, guys.
Damn it.
Excellent. So, as you put in the key and open it, you see
nice.
that 4 potions tumble out of the open chest and are going to shatter on the floor. You can try to make a, let's see, dexterity saving throw to catch a potion.
How many? Oh, is it just Mosby who opened it?
Yep, Mosby is the only one who opened it and the only one who's here.
If I were to like lay myself out so they would land on me, a softer creature, would that save more?
You did not make any precautions before opening the chest. So, as stated, you have a chance to gain
Set the
one
ball.
potion with a dexterity saving throw.
Better than nothing.
All right, you're able to catch one. As you catch a potion that swirls like it has red specks inside of the liquid. However, the other one, the green, white, and blue, just splash on the ground.
I think we know what the liquids are now, guys.
Okay. Does anything happen when they splash?
Nope, they just splash the ground, and that is it.
Is there a way to scoop them into vials or something?
Oh, the liquid, as soon as it hits the ground, displaces to the point where you would not be able to really get it into a vial. Like, it's busted and completely lost, sadly.
Can I lick the floor?
Wait, what color was it?
You get glass on your tongue. The potion that you caught, it was red. With red specks
I'm
in
going
it.
to hand it.
And as you look, it seems as if
Gonna
they're
hand it
almost
over.
sparking.
I can identify it.
Yeah, I was gonna hand it over to the bard and ask him to identify
Okay.
it.
Are you
I
going
do
to cast it as a ritual to take some time?
I didn't know it was a ritual. Yes, sure.
Yeah, if you cast as a ritual, it does not take a spell slot. However, you could just take the normal casting time and then make it take a
What do you
spell
guys
slot.
think? Do we
Man.
want to wait or we want to no wait?
Well, it'll cast a minute
it's a
to
important
use
potion.
normally, and 11 for a ritual.
Team, do we want to wait or no wait?
I'm okay with taking the time. Spell slots are still kind of
Let's do it.
painless.
Let's take the time as a ritual.
Agreed.
How do I do that?
All right, so you take the time. So then you would roll identify and have it not consume a spell slot.
All right. Here you go.
Alrighty, so you take some time and you find out that it is now in Mosby's inventory. It would be this is what it is.
Sweet. I'm gonna talk to
Nice.
that. Actually, I'm gonna give it. Who's squishiest? I'm gonna give it to Mulin.
All right, you're gonna give it
Because
to
Gawk
Mullen.
likes fire, and
And I hang out with Gawk a lot.
and if I'm raging, I'm resistant to
And your
fire.
pockets are full of flammable oil.
Yes.
All right, Mullen, you have the
There you
potion
go.
of fire resistance.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
I also, guys, I'm gonna remind you, I have a potion of healing on me if anyone needs it at any point.
We should have one for every 2 of us, right?
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Lee
Alright,
has one, and I think Tico has the last one.
that makes sense. That's probably the right choice.
Wait, I have what?
Potion of
You
healing.
should have a potion of healing on you.
I don't think I do. I do not.
Belron, do you have it?
Potion of healing? I do not.
I think Harry has one.
Kelly has one, yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
also don't really need a potion of healing because I can heal.
Okay, I think we only had 2 then, and we just thought we'd have a healer with whoever near the.
I have
stone.
2. I have 2.
Oh, you have
There
2.
it is.
That makes sense.
okay. Let's maybe distribute that one. Give it to
Tico.
Tico. Yeah.
He,
give it to Tico.
How
he's
does
the other
one give
perspective.
something?
You subtract it from your inventory.
Oh,
And then
okay.
Oh, wait,
Tico at it.
Huggy, you're giving it to Tico? Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, I have to deal with
Okay, I
trades,
delete.
so... What is
One
there?
second.
I got you.
There you
And
go.
Tico now has a potion of healing. Perfect. All right, are all the potions distributed?
Yes.
Excellent. So, we are ready to continue on.
To the south.
Alrighty. Get into that hallway. Cram in. As you check with your mirror, you see this much. And when you check this area and you just try to look in here, you aren't able to actually see much in this. Only just a stone floor with your mirror.
Tico, do you think, buddy?
Alrighty.
Remember, roll then move.
Roll it, roll it, roll it. Roll a perception. All right. You don't think it's trapped, and we'll just keep that roll until something would change it, like investigating a specific thing here or an entire room. But yeah, you don't think it's trapped.
Let's go through.
Wait,
Alright.
but he doesn't think maybe I could. But okay, never mind.
I got you, Huggy. Okay, so you see tall bookshelves are affixed to the outer wall and have spilled their contents onto the ceiling turned floor. A large table lies on its side, one leg broken. A 5-foot wide tunnel on the floor to the east leads down.
What are these things? Are they like columns holding
Those
the
are the
ceiling
tall
up, or-
bookshelves.
Guys, check for one of those false books. See if it opens up a creaky secret passage.
Yes.
Yep.
Is there a way to investigate that magically?
Yes,
Uh,
but that's all I'll say on that.
We
As
can also-
for
Capable of doing it?
any secrets, as you try to put the books in, and you're just randomly placing books into the bookcases, you don't find anything there. In fact, you see most of the books have been destroyed. However, there are 3 that are intact enough so that you could actually read them and try to understand something from them. There we go. And these are the ones.
magic books. Wizards. Doc hates wizards.
Can can we thumb through them?
You can thumb through them. Which one do you want to thumb through?
Mysteries of the Farim.
Ah. Excellent, excellent. So, as you thumb through, yada yada yada, a lot of boring, strange writings and words and stuff, what languages do you know?
I know Common and Halfling.
Common and halfling. Okay, okay. So, you have no idea what they're saying. It's really weird. But, one thing that does catch your attention are a few pictures. You get to see. Let me get these to load them on the Discord. Yes, that. Come on. There we go. You see this one, and you gotta see this one.
Can anyone read this shit? I hold up the book.
And can I do a history check on the books?
I have
Well-
understand languages.
Yes,
or
you
comprehend
can.
Languages.
And yeah, you have comprehend languages. You can take a time to spend a ritual and then cast comprehend languages, since that is also a ritual.
Did I take time, guys?
Do it, man.
But let's see if his history works out first.
Yeah, Tico. Even with the 13, even with the assistance, it just you have no idea. This is really weird. These creatures,
I do.
but person talking Hagi, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Not consume spell slot.
You could do it so it doesn't consume a spell slot if you want to do ritual.
Do you guys want me to take the time or consume spell slot?
Take the time.
Take the time.
Take time.
Okay,
Okay.
taking time.
Take the time. Nothing happens. And my next question is, how long are you going to spend reading this book?
Do I have any idea how long it'll take?
Let's see, what's your intelligence? Oh, 14. So, you can tell that this book is somewhat thick. But it's you could tell from looking at the other books they're probably one of the lighter ones, surprisingly. And it'll take you a while to get through all of it. If you want, you could try to look in like the middle, the beginning, the end, whatever else, and I can give you a little bit of a passage of what it would be of interest to you.
Can I read while we walk? Can I like crack it open and read a little excerpt?
Sort of, yeah. Just tell me like where you're cracking it open and reading an excerpt from.
All right, so I'm like, all right, guys, we're gonna need. We don't have enough time for me to sit here and absorb this, but we'll see what we can get from it while we move around. So I open it up. I turn to page 1,
All right.
very first page.
So you turn to page 1.
And I'm
Where is
looking for-
everyone walking at this point? Is anyone doing anything else before I give the passage?
No.
Bach is investigating what? You said this was a hole that leads down a passage? Is that what this was?
It does. It's
Yeah, I
an
wanted to
icy
check that
hole
out
which will
too.
require your full attention to get down.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, I'm in general inspecting and investigating this while this is all happening. Trying to get a sense of can I see down this thing? Can we lower a rat down this thing? Like,
Yeah,
what can we do
you
here?
can you can see down it, and you can see that it leads to a curve, which would make it a little hard to see what's at the very bottom of this. But you can see that about 5 feet down it curves.
Do we know? Oh, 5 feet down. Okay.
We don't have a sense of how tall this place is, considering it's in the ground. So, who knows what that could lead? Could be a 40-foot drop. Could
After
lead to
the
nothing.
5 foot curve. So when you say curve, it's
Yeah.
like it's a tunnel going down, and there's like a 5 foot like platform, and then
Like
it goes
5
to the
feet
left or something?
down, and then it curves.
Yeah.
Okay. So it turns
So-
into like a kind of a hallway type deal.
Or it turns into a slide that turns into an open hole. I mean, it's curved so we can't see what happens after the curve.
Mm-hmm.
And we end up in a marsh of marshmallows.
It
Well,
is
we'd end
also
up on the next
icy
floor
and
of the
very
tower.
hard. You will have to use your climber's kit to get down.
It's a good thing one person brought those.
Yeah, it's a slow venture forth, but you're able to progress.
wait,
We also have
if it's icy,
titans and
can one of
rope.
you guys cast fire to melt it to give us more traction?
Don't worry about doing that. Also, it's not guaranteed to give us more traction, and also, if it's super hard ice, it will take us hours to melt.
Can we check out how hard it is, or how thick it is, or
As
whatever?
you ting it, ting ting, you see that it is very hard, and that this place is is well below freezing, and probably has been for a while. A while.
Gok says, "Look, just because I throw flames does not make me a flamethrower, okay?"
Excuse me, Mr. Fire.
Mosby, are you talking? Because you're muted. I think Mosby's been trying to say something. He's very frustrated.
Is it something that a rat can climb down?
Oh yeah, a rat can climb down it. That's for
Yes.
sure.
Is it something that Mosby can teleport through?
Teleportation is a little bit much.
While Ali is ritually casting his comprehend languages, can I ritually cast speak with animals?
Yeah. We'll say that you cast speak with animals, and you want to send your rat down.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell him, hey, go downstairs, and look around, and then come back up, and I'll give you a treat. But wait 10 more. Wait until I tap you on your head to do it.
Yeah. What's
Okay?
the treat?
Because I'm also gonna.
What's the treat? I want the treat.
I take a little bit of my rations out, and I hold it in front of his nose.
Got some cheese? Want some cheese?
Don't have cheese. I have monkfish. A little bit of monkfish.
Never give me cheese. I don't want fish. I want cheese. Cheese, man. Cheese.
I promise to give you cheese later.
Man, you always promise things. I want cheese, though.
I'll give you rations now and cheese later.
Oh, man. All right. I'll tell you what's down there.
Okay.
So, skitters down. Skitters back. Man, this place is weird. I've been on different places. A lot of metal stuff. Strange. I was in another room. And there were rocks. And it was down a curvy thing. Curved a bit. Give me my food. Hungry.
Yeah. As I'm giving you the rations, like, were there any people or people-like creatures?
Yeah, no. Not even me.
Okay. All right. Cool. There you go. I give him the rations. A little bit of ration.
You gotta give me cheese next time, man. Cheese.
When we get the big place, I give you cheese.
Yeah, go big place. I want cheese.
And milk. I'll give you milk too.
Milk. Man, I never had milk. I want milk. That'd be good. Yeah.
Milk good.
Yeah. All right, so.
I didn't get enough.
So it doesn't seem like there's anything down there, guys. Or anyone down there. And it's kind of a weird shaped room, apparently. It curves down into a bigger room.
Let's do it.
All right, so let's get back to Hagi's excerpt as he just starts to read. Because you're reading aloud, correct?
Yes.
The
I'm assuming you
text
read
goes
aloud
as
in
this.
common.
Oh, he's. I'm assuming he's speaking it in common, unless you're speaking it in a language that no one else knows.
No, I'm reading it in. That'd be funny. No, I'm translating it as best as I can.
Okay. So you're able to read it, and the beginning of this text reads as thus: the origins and apparition of the Farum are a mystery to us in our society as of late. We are spending extensive resources to try and shed light upon the subject of the Farum, as they are an interesting and fascinating creature. The Farum are subject to being a fungal toid creature that has spawned theoretically in the Underdark, although it is possible that through machinations of other races, such as the newcomers of pale skin, or through the elves, these creatures may have come into existence. However, upon these different theorems, there are still many different speculations. The Arcane Brotherhood of Necromancy suggests, and it goes into describing a whole bunch of different theories of the origin of this species, as it gets very dry very quick.
And it's describing the Farum species,
Mm-hmm.
which is a fungal species.
It's a fungoid species, is what you get. But then it goes into, it's kind of like an academic textbook that you already know about, and they're trying to discuss it. Like, for example, let's say that you already know about the basics of rockets, but it's trying to go into a quantum theory into rockets, or go into different parts of rockets and how different ones could work. So it's assuming you have the base knowledge, which you do not, which is making it kind of weird.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's hang on to these books, guys. I know a gnome that'll be very intrigued by it.
All right. So-
Harry hands the book over to Mosby because he doesn't like carrying big textbooks.
And I'm gonna put the other two in my bag as well.
Okay. Write the names of the books and write. Let's see. What is it? What would it be? Why do I not have this out? Right, in addition to the book's name, LSONP3. And that'll help me just in case. So write the name of the books and that designation.
I just have them as all the books as one item.
Yeah,
So
you can
getting myself
put
in.
all the
Yeah.
books, and you could just say books from whatever place, LSONP3.
Okay. Lasan P3. Sounds French.
LSONP3. Indeed.
Shall we climb down, gentlemen?
You want me to go first?
I mean, I can go. I don't mind.
Go for it.
All right, so Mosby's going first.
Yep.
You climb down, and what you see here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What you see in this area is that this room contains two metal cages, both badly damaged. Nearby, two roughly dug tunnels, one in the ceiling and one on the floor, lead to other areas. Narrow windows along the bowed outer wall afford you a glimpse of the earth into which the structure impaled itself. As for, let's see here, the length of the tunnel, you could tell that it was about 15 feet, and it had a few different curves, 3 curves in it total.
Okay. Guys, there's like 2 cages down here, a couple doors, another tunnel. And I'm just going to kind of Mosby down here. See if I can see anything down this. Oh, it's just the end of the hall here.
That is, yes, just a small little corner.
Is there anything in the cages?
There's nothing in the broken cages.
Okay. I think it's safe, guys. Come on down. I'm going to say that psychically.
Coming.
And then on arrival, Gok wants to inspect these cages more.
All right.
I'm trying to sense whether or not these cages contained animals of some sort.
Animals. All right. Roll me a nature check, actually.
What am I, a druid? Not a good druid.
So, as a druid, you would realize that these cages probably contain something big, most likely.
Okay.
Yep.
Very insightful.
Can I also inspect to see whether or not they broke as part of gravity, or from the inside out, or from the outside in?
Yeah, that would be
You
an
said they were
investigation
damaged,
check.
right?
That would definitely be an investigation check.
I can do this. I don't care if I'm not proficient. I'm curious.
So, strangely enough, you see that these metal cages do have arcane runes on the inside first. It looks like the arcane runes might be there to reinforce or something else. It could be there to, reinforce what obviously comes to your mind, but it could be to trap, to contain, to make something have dulled emotions, just like what Moulin does. Who knows entirely. But you are able to assess that one of the cages seems to have been broken from the inside, while the other, that has a much more smashed bit of metal, that the bottom isn't even there anymore, appears to have been broken by the fall.
All right. Gok stands up, looks around at the group, and says, something's broken out.
Are
Can
you
we have
able
Hilly
to
check the rooms?
are you able to sense like rough footprints or something like that?
If you're checking for footprints,
Like
roll
ma-
survival. If you're checking the rooms for secret doors or something, then roll me an investigation or perception.
My survival is at an 11.
Or can we check the Arcana runes on the cages itself?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yes,
let's
if
do
you want to
this.
check
Let's
the
have Harry
Arcana runes, then you
check
can
the
roll me an
runes.
Arcana, indeed.
What about identify and put my finger on the rune?
I'm worried that because this room was used to trap something in a cage, you
Aha!
touching it is not a
I'd
good
have to
idea.
ask what you
I
want
do-
to identify.
I Arcana
I wanna check out what
on the runes.
I wanna check out what properties what's the magical effect of the runes on the cage? Because then that way we would maybe be able to identify what the strength of the monster was that they were trying to dampen,
Okay.
or whatever was in the
Roll
cage. I just said
me. Oh, wait, are you trying to just do a roll, or are you trying to do an identify, is the question.
Gok saw Harry heading towards the rune in an attempt to touch it and grabbed his shoulder. And said he should maybe not touch it because this was used to contain something, and touching it maybe would not be good for you.
I do not touch. I refuse
So
to touch.
we would like to not use identify because that would require touching. So no touchy.
No Tashi.
No touching.
Can I use Arcana from a distance?
You can use Arcana without touching. Indeed. Identify does require touch.
No touchy.
Yalla.
Oof.
Oh!
Man, they're probably just paint.
Son of a.
Somebody else, please. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Can I do a history check if I've recognized these type of cages before, regardless of knowing the properties of the runes?
Yeah, you could do a history check. This won't be an advantage. This will just be a normal.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Man,
Well,
cages were made for water. Because when you put water in, it goes through the cages. And then you're able to have water for later. Think about it.
God.
cages are
Losing
bad.
it, sir.
Gok's going to examine the ground around the cage and roll survival to look for footprints. Anything that the thing that came out of it might have left. Ideally in the direction that the cage looks like it was burst out of.
Okay.
Or broken.
Survival.
Yeah. We bad.
It's been so long, man. There was probably nothing in it to begin with. Let's be honest here.
Okay. Or whatever was in there broke out before this tower was upside down.
That's actually a very
And therefore-
reasonable assessment.
Got around while the floor was the floor and not the ceiling, and before the ceiling was the floor, man. Which may be why the tower fell out of the sky. I'm sticking to this plan. I'm sticking to this thought. Pretty sure this tower fell out of the sky, damn it.
You're gonna hold that to the very end, and then maybe get somewhere.
Something got loose.
I don't know if it's better if
Something
if it's correct or incorrect at this point.
Gok is convinced he's correct.
All right. Is there
Has
anything
seen
else
some
you'd like
things
to do?
and falling tower out of the sky, not the craziest thing. Gok has surveyed this room to death. Gok is tired of this room. Gok wants to.
Let's go right.
Go check procedure.
Alrighty, so you check the procedure, and I already have it set up, so open the door, and you will see a little bit inside. So, as you look a little bit inside in this area, you find something a little strange. Mainly, there's just a bunch of rubble and you can see the outlines of what used to be some stonework, but it's really hard to tell.
Chums, let's do this. Leroy!
All right, so you're gonna just open the door.
Yeah.
Alright. You don't want to check for traps, Tico?
Sure.
We should just include that in door check procedure.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Jenkins.
Does that mean? Yeah. That's when Wizo will tell us to roll if we need to. Correct?
Yes. Let's see. Your last perception check was just on the room in general. Yep. You haven't checked anything except rooms so far, so we're just gonna, well, doors to rooms, so we're just gonna keep the 10. So you can open the door when you are ready.
Wizo Walk does that. How can I level my character to 4?
Wait, you need your character level to 4?
Aren't we level 4 now? Because I wasn't. I didn't level.
Yes.
Yeah,
I've
so
done
we are level
everything
4.
except for the actual level.
Oh.
Level 4.
I'll just do
You
that.
change
Usually you go to
yourself.
features, details, change it 3 to 4. I'll just do that. Bam. Done.
Thank you. I got the hit points and everything.
Good, good. All right, so you open this door. And yeah, you do find something weird. You find that this is a rubble-filled spiral stairway that seemed to have connected somewhere else, but it is completely impassable now, as it is filled with rubble, ice, and yeah, it is a complete mess.
Same thing top door, guys.
Door check procedure. DCP.
Alrighty, so you check, and as well, not just mirror, and as you look through this place with your mirror, you see it just looks like a standard room currently, an upside down standard room, but well, you know, standard room so far from the little bit your mirror is able to get you.
Okay. I'm gonna go on in, guys.
Alright, Chums, let's do this.
Alright, so
Leroy.
as you get in, Leroy. And as you get into this room, you see an upside-down table sits in the middle of this room, and books are scattered around it. Clinging to the bowed outer wall is an upside-down fireplace. Along the same wall is a window with nothing but hard-packed earth beyond it.
Is there anything within the upside down fireplace?
Let's see. As you look in the upside-down fireplace, you see that the ashes that were once there have been scattered and are now no longer in the fireplace. It's actually kind of just frozen and clean. It's strange.
Is there anything on or under the table?
There are many books.
More books.
Is the chimney intact in the fireplace?
Yeah. Does that imply that the chimney goes down?
Mm-hmm.
The chimney goes down from where you are at, correct.
Can I peek down?
You peek down and you see that there is a giant block of ice. Just a thick block of ice.
Big block of ice, guys. Dead end.
Could we use fire and whale oil on this block of ice?
You can try, but you would know just from looking at it that it is very, very thick.
Like with 2 C's.
Double
Yeah, it's
thick.
thick.
Thick, boy.
Are there any? I'm gonna look through the books on the table. Is there anything that jumps out at me?
There are 2 that jump out as they're actually salvageable. These are the 2 that are salvageable.
Are they also in a language I don't understand?
Yup.
All right, I'm gonna just add these to the inventory for now.
Alrighty.
Gok points at the remaining door and says, DCP. Mulin
This one right here,
points at
or this one down here?
that's a window.
Oh,
the
that's-
thing at the top,
That's
right?
a window, yep.
Oh, this is
You see the
window.
hard-packed earth and ice.
To the
Yeah, let's not
window,
open that window.
to this door.
And what was this
Oh,
one?
I was pointing at this door. I didn't even realize that door.
Oh, I'm confused. So wait, which one is the window? This one's the window.
The
Yeah.
top thing is a window, because there's light shining out of it, and it's
Oh.
just like stuff on the other side.
All right, so you just check this. Oh, are you peeking?
Speaking.
Peeking. All right, peeking, peeking.
DCP.
TCP.
Alright.
So as you are peeking gingerly into this area, you can see a bunch of wooden shattered remains that are frosted over and frozen.
And no traps once again.
Doesn't look like there's a trap, no. All right, so you open the door and go in. Let me just take away the peeky. Oh,
Leroy.
and as you get in here, you find that this room contains the shattered remains of a desk and some chairs. But you quickly discover, as you say, Leroy, that all sound is muted here. While you were in
Well,
here, you
good thing we
cannot
can
speak and you cannot be heard.
telepathically.
Not even telepathically.
All sound. Technically,
Sound.
mental thought is not sound.
So yes, we can speak. What the hell?
Guys, it's really quiet in here. Some trickery afoot.
Get out.
Do
Get
your,
out while
do
you
your
can.
magic. Yeah, do your magic investigations if you must. I'm out.
I should. I do un arcana. Oh,
Huggy, you are very certain that this room has a permanent silence spell placed upon it.
I like it. So if we ever need someone to be shut up, we bring them in here and we lock the door.
Someone throw Mosby in there.
I'm gonna pick up one of the books that is not wonderful, not in wonderful shape, and throw it at Moulin.
You see
Do a deck
that
saving
it
throw.
just actually wait, let me
Roll an initiative.
no. Okay. So this is not one there. So as you throw
Touched.
it, you see you take it, throw, it breaks apart midair, and some of the pages even turn to ash. But other pages are just scattered along the floor.
Magic.
Are how many? Is there a large amount of pages left over?
Not many. There's not many pages left over from this book, as it's already been torn up and a bit destroyed by the elements.
Good job, Mosby.
Wait, this place is full of things that have both burned away and
It sounds
frozen.
like the very end. I don't want bubble.
Mm-hmm.
This place doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Okay. I don't understand this place.
Shall we DCP the next door?
DCP the next door, please.
DCP.
All right, DCP. You check this door, and there's a lot of rubble. It's very hard to see. But I'm assuming you just want to bust through, Kool-Aid Man style?
Kool-Aid Man style.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. As you-
Certainly does not.
As you bust through, you see that this is the continuation of other stairways that have been completely covered in rubble and are collapsed. But you do see something a little strange, Tico. You see it looks like a boned finger sticking out of the rubble.
Please.
Okay, I'd like to carefully check it out so that doesn't disintegrate. I'd like to, I guess, investigate it first before anything else.
Gok immediately hears Moulin go bone finger and goes, "This sounds like a job for Dr. Gok."
Dr. Doc, can you
All
Is,
right, so you would know, since you are Dr. Gok, of course, and Tico here, just by looking at this skeleton, this small finger sticking out, it doesn't look like it'll disintegrate if you move the rubble off of it. As the ice
Okay.
and cold temperatures would have preserved it a little bit more.
I need a couple strong people, and 2 precision drivers. Except I don't need the precision drivers.
No, all right.
We gotta move some rocks. Get in here.
All right. Mosley's gonna go in and start gently moving the rubble.
All right, so you take a little bit of time to move this rubble. It takes about 10 minutes. After you do that, you find it looks like a humanoid skeleton, but something strange about it. It has 9 bony fingers instead of 10.
Which finger's missing?
That was my question.
The index finger on the right hand.
It's the one that would get bit off, right?
No, my precious.
Yeah. Are there any like clothes or jewelry on the hand?
There is none. However,
What is this person dressed in? Period.
a little bit aside from the hand, you look at the rest of the body, and you see that it does have the tattered remains of a blue robe. So tattered that you're not going to be able to make anything out of it, sadly.
Bastards.
So tattered at what?
That you're not going to be
Tattered
able to
robe.
make anything out of it, sadly.
Got
Can I
kids was
still pocket it?
You'll pocket the tattered remains of the robe?
It's like a little piece of it.
No.
Okay. You could write,
Border?
piece of...
it's a piece of cloth at that point. It's just cloth.
Par, don't talk so much, bro. You're being really annoying with how much you're talking. You've said so much this whole game.
Oh, he spoke.
I
even
didn't
more
even
before you-
realize that you were here until I looked down and I'm like, oh look, Par's here. I thought he was out. He hasn't said a word.
Belrond is focusing.
Is there enough to do it?
Belron forgot to go number 2 before we left.
Is that WoW I see in your eyeglass reflection?
Oh, come on, no.
Sorry,
No,
it was
it is
a
not.
perception throw.
Hilarious.
And you rolled a natural 1 on that.
Nice.
I want to go in.
So is there enough of the material to do a history check to see what kind or who would
As
have?
stated, it
formed
is
such
so
a thing?
tattered that you will
Or-
unfortunately not be able to get anything out of it.
Yeah. Better have a
Okay.
chance.
Does identify work on dead bodies?
I'm not touching the
yes.
dead body.
And you would know that it would tell you that it is a corpse. It could say of what race, but it is a corpse. Well, a skeleton at this point.
Okay.
I mean, it's tiny. It's obviously not an orc.
I'm just gonna pocket my tattered remains of a robe and be happy with that.
All right.
One day you may learn the move identify and you will touch dead bodies.
In the
With
10
that
minutes
move,
it takes
but that will
Mosby
not
to
be
move the
what I will
rubble,
do.
Moulin lights a pipe. Does anyone else want to do anything in those 10 minutes?
Yes. Cock wants to light a flame on the end of his thumb and offer it to Lin to light his pipe.
Oh, thank you.
Harry stands next to Moulin and eyes his pipe.
There you go, buddy.
And then Gok is going to wander back into the room with the cages and begin to get curious about this hole in the ground.
You see that the hole in the ground
Harry
goes
smokes
down.
the entire contents of Moulin's pipe.
Harry, stop bogarting the pipe.
It goes
was that- did
3
we-
feet
did we-
this time in curves.
We conclude,
Harry chokes it.
do we conclude that the cause of death was a cave-in? Pretty much.
Well,
He was
there are
stuck under the
rocks on
rubble?
top of him, so that would be a decent conclusion. However, you could roll a medicine to try and find the true cause of death, to see if this was or if something else was.
Okay, Dr. Gok is on it.
All right, Gok, you need a high DC for this. At least 15. Oh my god.
Oh,
All right.
Natural.
Let's go.
To Dr.
See
God.
this?
Every time.
Gloves on, sanitary approach.
Dr. Gok, you find 2 things that are strange upon your medicine investigation. You find that missing index finger, where it should be, looks as if it has been sawn off or cut off by a blade. Quite curious. The other thing that you find strange is that the front of the skull has a crack in it. And you saw that the back part is where it was being hit by the rubble. So while yes, the back is cracked, the fracturing of the front would indicate that there was some sort of blunt force trauma done to this person before the collapse of the stairs.
Alright, Doc steps out of the room and removes his latex gloves that he's not wearing. Breathes a heavy sigh and looks at the party and says, "Well, I've got bad news. We have a frontocerebral fracture followed by an indexoidal finger laceration. He got hit in the front,
but yeah.
and his finger got cut off."
Gog, you should have started it off with guys have bad news. He didn't make it.
Gok again looks at his wrist and says, "Time of death earlier."
I'm dead.
Not inaccurate.
So at this point, Gok is becoming concerned because the only thing Gok likes less than wizards is cultists, and cutting off your own finger is a very cultisty thing to do, and Gok doesn't like cultists. Gok thinks they're scary.
I go up to Gok from behind, put my hand on his shoulder, and I start tapping him like, there, buddy. At least it wasn't a tentacle.
Couldn't save him. There's just no way, no matter how hard I tried.
No matter how hard I try.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, is there any way through the rubble or anything? I feel like we're kind of stuck in
Down here? No,
There's
no.
another
You would have to
hole.
go
Million
down
side.
this tunnel.
Oh, there's another hole. Okay, I don't know why that was like from the ceiling
Give
down.
up.
Okay. Or from the floor
what?
down.
So who wants to go down the hole first?
You know what I mean.
Wait, isn't that where we came from? Or did I miss something?
it's
You went
another
through
hole down
this
the-
one. This
Yeah,
is
it
a
keeps
new
going.
one down. So, because this map is slightly confusing, this tunnel that Mosby is over, Mosby, get out of the way, I'm showcasing, is where you guys came from. This tunnel is going down.
Yeah.
Send in Templeton.
Do you mean Remy?
Send
The
in
mouse.
Send in Ratatouille.
Alley-oop.
You're sending your mascot? It's like, hey, what you want? You want
we
me
know
to
how deep-
scout more? What
How
is
deep
this?
the drop is?
It was 3 feet and curved.
Okay.
So we don't have any idea, but we should be careful anyway. We should stick to the plan.
3 feet in curve. That's perfect for Mosby.
Okay, I'm going down.
All right, so you're just going down. Sweet. So,
Yeah, just going down.
no, not there. Yeah, there you go. You go down, and what you see in this lovely area is that this chamber appears to have been a wizard's laboratory, as evidenced by the upside-down storage cupboards and empty shelves fastened to the walls, the shattered glass and alchemical equipment strewn across the floor, and the arcane symbols painted on what is now the ceiling. In the middle of this space, 5-foot-wide passageways punched through the ceiling and the floor lead to other levels. So, for example, the tunnel you just came from and the tunnel going down even further. Near them, a partially collapsed wall exposes a room that lies beyond this room here. And in this room,
Like
since
to
you
tell
can,
everyone.
well, really quick, in this room, since you can automatically see it, is a stone altars attached to the ceiling of the otherwise empty semicircular room. An 8-pointed star is carved into the eastern face of the altar.
Wizard's house down here, wizard's room down here, nobody here. I think it's safe to come down, guys.
I make myself into a thin cylinder and Leroy.
I'd like to make the Super Mario sound as I enter.
Okay, we're gonna do. Oh wait, Gawk, you're part of the party too. Don't leave. All right, so let's make sure this is everyone. Wait, we're missing a person.
Does Gok fit in the hole?
It'll take a little bit of work, but Gawk is able to squeeze through. Excellent. You're all gonna go dark for a
Rock
sec?
goes in first, and then
Mullen offers,
Balron
Mullen offers
presses.
oil.
No,
Excellent.
no, save the oil.
There we go.
Is there
Okay.
a way to access this area, Wizo, without falling into that hole?
Yeah, you could just move around here. It's not that big of a deal.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say he has to be thrown.
Anything here? Will you look around?
All right. So, when you look around here, you find a few interesting things. The stone altar appears to have a visage to someone. You'll need to roll a knowledge religion to figure out who.
Religion,
Mm-hmm.
not my forte. Anyone good at religion?
Definitely Harry's forte.
Let's see. I have 13 religion.
Roll it, buddy.
Yallah. Habibi.
Oh my god.
You're fired.
know, It's
I
probably
put my
someone
hands
just trying to
together
make a
and then go,
sculpture of their
"Oh."
wife or something. Really nice birthday gift.
I know exactly what I'm saying here.
Can I make a check as well?
Yes, you can. We can have 2 for the party.
Better at least.
You know, he's right. I mean, guys gotta appease their wives at times. You know, you gotta figure out some birthday gift. They'll probably like some stone sculpture. Who knows?
Oh, why this room is phallic shaped?
It is semicircular. What do you mean phallus shaped? It's semicircular.
There. There we go.
What?
Yeah,
There.
there's this.
There it is. Got him.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Just stop
He's
it.
seeing things.
Just stop it.
I don't know. He's trying really hard to make this phallus shape.
Yes.
There are some phallus shaped stuff,
Yes.
but this is not it.
Fine.
However,
We're
you
in a
do
giant
see
tower drilled into the ground. Just, let's go.
you do see, though, Mosby and Hiki, as you inspect the altar, that there appears to be some strange symbol to whatever this god is at the altar.
Is it like a rune or is it a drawing?
It's just something, man. It looks like it's the 8-pointed star. You're pretty sure clerics might have something like this, but who knows? Clerics are weird creatures.
Can we do like a rubbing of it or something?
Yeah, you can do a rubbing of it. Do you want to do the rubbing of it, or who's doing a rubbing of it?
You
I'll-
suggested it.
I'll do it. I am a
Brave.
expert forger.
Don't rub it too hard.
All right, all right. So,
Meanwhile, Gok is starting to get really nervous. Gok wants to investigate this hole and try to get a sense of what might be creating these tunnels we keep going
hey, my
Oh,
quick
shit.
question.
through.
How are you making the rubbing?
Yes.
I have a forgery kit, I believe.
You do?
I'm a charlatan background. Do I not?
I don't see it here.
I do not have a forgery kit. Should I not have one with that background?
Let me double check. Charlatan, checking really quick.
Charlatan.
But what was your question, Gok? While I check this.
Gok wants to investigate the tunnel and look for any indication of what's creating these things. His expectation is that whatever came out of the cage is maybe burrowing, because based on
This
based
is
on the
a knowledge
curvature and
nature.
based on how these progress.
This is a knowledge
Good
nature.
thing I'm a
Yeah.
druid.
It looks kind of serpentine, doesn't it?
Also, Mosby, You do not have a forgery kit. You have a disguise kit instead.
Okay. Is there any?
If you guys have paper and
around?
charcoal, then you could do that
I'll be
easy.
right back.
Is there any ash around?
Not any ash here.
have
You can
paper.
see any ash that was from like a fireplace has been frozen.
Is there any wood around?
I have pythons on me. We could dabble in something. They're like
Yeah, you can see that
sharp
there's
sticks.
some wood here. There's also been some wood here. There's some wood in lots of places.
Are those bookcases again?
However, again, this place is an enclosed area underground. Do you want to make the smoke happen?
Break off a piece of wood and carve it into it.
Carve it into the symbol?
And yeah, no, carve like the wood, like just looking at it, try to carve it into a piece of wood.
Gotcha. Roll me a sleight of hand.
Like things that are really good at.
Nice. Not nice.
Nice. You look at it, you look at your work, you look at it, you look at your work, and after taking some time, you realize this does not look right. But it's probably good enough.
Right.
Spoilers, it is not. But
Got it. So I guess it's a nature check. But Gok is looking for any markings in the tunnel that indicate something is burrowing these holes.
indeed, that is a nature check.
Vocal druid powers.
It's probably more just natural formation, weather, weathering. Yeah, that's what it is. Weathering. Mm-hmm.
Gok doubts himself, but he can't think any harder. So
Wizo, are there any bookcases in this room? Because like these look like cases from the room before.
Yes. As stated for this room before. Where is it? Right here. It appears to be a wizard's laboratory because of the upside down storage cupboards, empty shelves, and there's not bookcases, but there are cupboards and shelves which may have contained books at one point. However, you do not see any books in this room.
Do we start going through doors if that's the case?
yep. Tico, you pick a door this time, and then we DCP.
Okay, so the bottom two are windows, right? Is that we're clear on that?
Yeah, I just opened them because they're windows.
Let's check this one. Whatever standard door checking thing.
Alrighty. So you check underneath. You see that there's a bunch of rubble. A little strange. Just sorry. As you slide the mirror underneath. It doesn't appear to be that much that you can really glean from just looking underneath. Do you wish to Leroy?
What about the perception step?
All right. So Tico just checks this area, and you don't think it's trapped.
Okay, yeah.
He gets impatient and Leroy.
So as you check this area here, you see that this is another rubble-filled stairway, just like the previous level had.
Perry loses interest.
So nowhere to go from here.
All right.
Leaves the door at
one
the
door.
top where Moulin is.
All right. Moulin, as you do this, roll me a sleight of hand when you put the mirror underneath.
Oh, thank God.
Oh.
Hey, is a 27 high
Yeah,
enough?
I'm not sure, you guys.
So you're obviously seen. You slide it underneath, and in this area, you aren't able to see too much, except you do see that this room is lit.
Is lit?
Hey, fam. It's lit, fam.
Mhm.
Before we continue on,
We get a
Because it
break.
seems like something might be happening now. Let's maybe take a break.
It's not a bad idea.
Oh, I was
Say that
about
one
to
more
have you
time.
just
Oh,
open
take
the
the
door
break.
and then take your break, but
Ooh, cliffhanger.
yeah, we could take our break right here for our 5-minute break. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nah.
And for everyone
I was
watching,
gonna take
again,
a
we would
break.
love to have another
get back.
person join us for our Saturday game, as we do need some other people, as pretty much everything else is filled. And I would love to have you play if you were to start
Alvaraki.
playing.
What's up, Avulik?
What's up, buddy?
How are you?
Good up, how you doing?
Kaartele Maraartan.
Oh,
I look forward to Monday, but it's also bittersweet because I look at your face and I don't get to kick it. I can't smack your shoulder when you say something.
That's some love
there was
for you.
when
That's the way it goes.
when you were talking about how I eased the blow when you were telling the lady the story. I'm
Mhm.
like, that's actually pretty accurate to IRL.
Yeah. Yeah, let's discuss some nuanced thing. And then I say socially damaging things and Ava goes, what he means is
What do
he's
you mean here?
not saying you're a
Let me
piece of shit when he
let me
says you're a
sprinkle some.
piece of when he says you're a piece of shit, he doesn't mean you're a piece of shit. He's saying that your nuance in this subject means that you're using lax judgment.
And then you just go, mm-hmm.
Being a piece of shit.
uh, what was that Key and Peele show
uh,
with the you know how like one of the guys is like the angry one,
oh,
the anger translator or whatever. I forget his name.
what was it?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I think I may have seen it.
We're the inverse of that.
Maybe. The guy I sold my bike to reached out to me today. He was like, "Hey, bro, I was doing 140 at the track,
Jesus,
and like some aftermarket piece on the bike flew off." And I was
Hello.
like, "Are you okay?"
Jesus Christ!
I mean, obviously he's fucking texting. He goes, "Yeah, it was just the adjustable piece. The adjustable piece came off." He goes, "Do you have the original part?" I'm like, "I didn't even know that was a modified part." He goes, "Yeah, it's a seat adjustment thing, suspension
Hmm.
piece." I'm like, "That sounds dangerous." Good luck, man.
Only 140. He couldn't.
140 miles per hour. I mean,
Can
I had opened the bike up a little bit, but not like that. That's just like
he couldn't make it a nice round 150. We pushed out at 10 miles an hour shy.
though the bike's not tuned. It tops out artificially before one like it can get to 155, but it starts to like slow down, like going, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" So unless you get it tuned, if you get it tuned, freaking do 200 miles per hour. But that's beside the point.
That's like you turn into dust. Something bad happens.
I mean, already at 140, you're turning into dust.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, the next two-wheeled toy is going to be a Harley, the Night Rod. Just little
Much safer.
sporty, but yeah, it's just gonna be ridden around in Santa Clarita. That's what I do with the Mustang now. Like I don't even want to go to the valley, so I drive around from like the wide streets in Santa Clarita all the way up to the canyons, and then I come back home, and that's it.
Nice.
There's nothing else to do with it.
That is one of the main things I miss about my old long commute. Just the heights run every time.
Yeah, the nice road.
Ruined my tires, but whatever.
Alrighty. So, you all ready to open the door?
Are we opening the door?
Well, are you? I was assuming that you were from your conversation last time.
Can we check for a trap before we open the door?
Yeah, you have your 10.
I think I'd like to go with the roll. That's okay.
Yeah, Tico rolled his 10.
Oh, he did. Okay, okay.
Yeah, as nothing's changed so far. You've literally just like, door, okay. Door, okay. A door, okay.
We rolled it. Oh god.
Should I go in first, you guys, or are we sending a tanky person, or?
I can go in if you guys want.
Worst case, I can try and change their mind if something bad happens.
You want to follow in right behind me?
Sure.
Is everyone else here? The Belrond isn't, but Gok, Tico.
Gok and Tico! Elrond is
There's
here.
one.
Perfect. Is everyone ready?
Yes. Gok is here in audio, but away from the desk.
Excellent. So, all right. You open the door. So, let me get along to describing this first. Some effort has been taken to arrange the contents of this upside-down room, creating a functional office. A table stands in the middle of the room, surrounded by small stacks of books. Lying on the table is a whirring amulet on a chain. Two figures stand behind the table. One is an undead warrior in studded leather armor. Its dead gray flesh drawn tightly over its bones and its face locked in a terrible scowl. The other is an attractive young man in cold weather clothing. His face, beneath a frayed witch's hat, displays studious eyes and a warm smile. "Welcome to the lost spire of Nethril," he says. "My name is Dazan."
That's it.
What? I
Dazan.
psychically say that. Like, isn't that the guy that burned at the spire? I say this psychically.
I believe it was. Let me look at my notes.
Was it?
I think so.
Or was that someone else? What is his name?
I'll find him. That looks very familiar.
You're all very quiet.
Burn the spire, or
I don't know what you're doing entirely, but it's very strange as he holds out his hand. Dazan, yours?
Mosby. I shake
yeah,
his
go
hand.
ahead. Yeah,
Mosby.
Zenitoro.
What a wonderful name. I see you have many other compatriots here. Well,
Yeah.
what brings you to this lost spire of Nethril? Oh, hello, friend. As you see the undead warrior start to put his hand on his sword and start to draw it a little bit, as Dazan says, No, Quintus, down. You see the puts his sword back as it's glaring at you, Huggy. I
Winks at
apologize. My friend.
Quintus.
Oh, yes?
We had heard about this tower and we wanted to come explore it. We are adventurers.
Oh, well, of course, that would make a lot of sense. Um. Oh, is there anything in particular that you want?
We're just trying to see if there's anything interesting in this tower, and looks like we found somebody else. What are you doing here?
Oh, well, there's many interesting things in this Lost Spire, of course. How about this? Come in, come in. Bring your whole party in. Let me just sit behind my desk with my associate here. Now down, Grintus. I think we're pretty good. We have some lovely adventurers here. First, I must ask you, how are you liking the Lost Spire?
It's a little confusing.
Really? How so?
Well, it's upside down.
Well, yes, that is true. It is upside down since it did impale the ground after the city fell.
Aki yells in a really loud voice, "Yes!"
What do you mean by the city fell?
Oh, well, when the when the magic failed, excuse me, for the
you.
first
Bless you.
time, due to
It's kinda
Karsus's
juiced.
folly, the city and all Netherese cities fell. When he mentions Karthus's folly, Tico, roll me a history check with advantage.
Yeah, it was already ringing a bell. How do I make this an advantage?
Yeah, that's why I said
Check
make a
mark.
history check with advantage.
You just roll, and then we take the higher of the two numbers. You go.
So just roll like you've been rolling
Wait,
every time.
Okay.
Mhm.
I just noticed if I click the check mark, it changes. But
Oh,
So the good news
So
is that with a
advantage.
16, you're able to know what Karsus's folly is. Once upon a time, there was a civilization more advanced than any other. This civilization was primarily made of humans, as even their lowest citizen was able to cast magic. This empire prospered. It was known as the Lost Empire of Nethril. It became lost because of Karsus's folly. He was an archmage of the past, and one of the most brightest and promising archmages in Netherese history. However, due to that bright, promising future, he got ahead of himself, as intelligence does not necessarily breed wisdom. In Karsus's case, he did not have the wisdom to see the damage that he could do, as he wanted to be the first spellcaster ever in history to cast a 12th level spell, or a spell of the 12th tier. He was successful. This spell was to become or temporarily take the state of a god, steal their godhood, and in essence, steal them. Now, in doing so, he had to target a god and who to steal from. The god he targeted was the goddess of magic, Mystra, at the time. Upon completing his spell, he realized his folly right away, as there was no possible way a mortal could do all the tasks that a god could. More so, there was no way that a mortal could maintain the magic that keeps the world aloof, the weave, by his own will. And thus, magic fell. The empire of Nethril was destroyed in the process in those few moments until the goddess killed herself and was reborn as Mystra, the goddess of magic you know now. When Mystra was reborn, she gave this knowledge to her clerics and every cleric that they could in order to spread this message of folly and why no one ever is able to cast a spell beyond 9th level.
wow.
that narrated to us, or is this all just Tico's memory?
This is all
All
Tico's
Tico's
memory. Like, this just flashes in his mind really quick. As he says, yes,
So
well,
Tico, you're the only person that recognizes this.
yep, you are the only person that recognizes this. Really? No one knows Cars is folly. Well, I guess people aren't educated that much these days. But yes, ever since the folly and all the cities of Nethril had fallen, well, this is a remnant, a spire. And I'm searching, well, primarily for someone to help me, but after that, I'm searching for something bigger, the actual lost city of Nethril that I'm very sure is in the Dale. But before that, I have a more pressing matter. You all seem like trustworthy individuals, I would assume. Yes?
Yeah.
No? All right.
Fox shrugs.
Well, at least honesty is appreciated, as he motions to Gawk. It's tit for tat, I can see that. You see, I am a simulacrum of my creator. And while this tower is but a fragment of a Netherese flying city that crashed nearly 2,000 years ago and lies somewhere near the glacier, which I'm trying to find, I did find out that on the lowest level of this inverted tower, well, my creator found, I should say, my creator found a chamber that can turn illusions into reality. The problem is, the spark of a living creature is needed to activate its power. And as you can see, my friend here, as he points to the Undead Warrior, isn't really living, and I myself am a creature of snow and shadow. I have no life spark of my own. So, unfortunately, neither one of us are able to help in this regard. However, if you could help me, then I would be most grateful. And I assure you that the chamber can in no way harm anyone.
It seemed like he's telling the truth.
Roll me an
Gawk
insight.
telepathically speaks to everyone else while you're doing this and says, "Sounds like he needs a sacrifice."
Roll me an insight to see if
Yep.
this...
Can we roll an insight check?
That's what I'm telling you.
whoever's
Roll
good
me
at
an
insight.
insight.
I have advantage and +2.
Do it.
I have +1.
Wait, what did you say?
Nice.
You have, okay, a +2. Your proficiency in it. Nice, nice. So, Belron, since you're going to share this with everyone else, you're pretty sure this guy is being forthright with you.
Just interesting.
So I'm gonna say, and what is in it for us if we help you exactly?
Well, I can give you a little bit of knowledge about this place, since you obviously are intrepid adventurers and have no knowledge upon what you've stumbled into. As for what else I can give you, I have some books. I have Lost Scrolls of Sebril, From Shadow Substance, Here Lies the King, and Ventatos. In addition to that, I have this amulet, which I have no idea what it does. I will give you all of them.
Does the amulet have a necklace attached to it?
It does have a chain attached to it.
Harry grabs the amulet just by the chain.
All right. You see that this amulet has a few different runes on it. In addition to that, you see that it is a 4-inch wide disc composed of silver framed wood with a rune carved into its face.
Doc, can I touch this rune? Is it like the other rune?
Oh, you can touch it. It's... Oh, wait. Are you talking telepathically or in voice? I forget that you...
Telepathically, sorry.
Sorry. I forget that you have telepathy sometimes.
Gawk like shakes his head side to side and waves his hands. He's no idea. Gawk's not. You don't see Gawk stopping him.
I'll hold it. I'll hold it if you're scared.
No.
I'll hold it.
Let me
Upon saying
identify
you
it,
do
then
this,
you could
even
do-
though you're not talking, he's like, I don't know exactly what you're doing or how you're communicating with each other. Oh, do you have telepathy? All of you? Interesting. How did that come to be?
It was a gift.
A gift? A gift from who?
One of many.
Oh.
I mean, we have some knowledge as well. We can't impart it all for free.
Oh, well, if you're interested about it, I might be able to help. I'm quite learned.
You'll tell me about this amulet instead of me spending time identifying it?
Oh,
I thought you said you don't know
all
what
I
it
can
is.
tell you is that I know nothing about it, unfortunately. I wish I could, but one of the problems with a simulacrum is that I am not able to regain spell slots or really have a spell book until I'm, made flesh, which is what I'm trying to do with that device. But you can have it. I've touched it. I've touched the symbol. It's fine. It seemed like there was nothing else. The amulet itself looked like it was meant to control something. I don't know what. But it's yours.
He
if
shakes
you
the amulet at the undead warrior.
wish. Like bats it away.
Nah.
Now, don't taunt Crintus. He's a little grumpy. As he nudges Crintus, and Crintus just glares at him. Oh, this is the only companion I've had. He's a good one,
got-
though.
Identify?
Gok telepathically communicates like don't wear it, and scatters it to everyone. Nobody wear it until we know what's happening here.
But identify. I like identify. I see that
Yes.
psychically.
I identify.
Are you going to take 1 minute to
take one for the
cast
team,
it, or
guys. I'll
11
wear it.
minutes to cast it?
I'm gonna do this one quick.
All right. So even as you start 1 minute, he recognizes, oh, identify. That would solve the issue. Indeed, my friend. So while he's identifying the amulet, which would be helpful for all of us, what else can I answer for you? After all, I mean, I would love for us to be on good terms, that we could help each other out.
Where's
Okay.
your master?
Yeah.
Go, Park.
I was saying, where's your master?
I don't know. I know that he left a while ago and tasked me and Crintus to make me real with the device down below. While I've taken some time to identify that it can make me real, I have also identified that it needs a life spark or someone who has life to touch it, and that it will in no way harm the creators, which is something that I believe those who created it had in mind. After all, you don't want to make it so that you yourself will be harmed with your own apparatus.
Do you know what caused those big holes that we've been climbing through?
I don't know entirely. I'm at a loss for that. But I do know that it was here before it was created by my master. So, something. I'm sure something created it. But it's been long gone. I've been here for a while. I don't really know days since I don't sleep or really go out to see the sun. So, just a while.
Do you know about the cages a couple of floors away, and what the runes on them mean, and what was kept in those cages?
Oh, no doubt runes of warding. We've checked the rest of the spire, and it seems that everything's fine. We haven't had an issue with the creature, except the one between us and the device. But that shouldn't be too hard.
What? Gok says out loud.
Yes. There's a creature. If we go a little bit lower, I'm glad that you came in here and that I was able to warn you of it before you progress any further. But there is a creature that had something with its eyes. I'm not really into creatures, unfortunately, in their nature, but it could do something with its eyes. Lizardy creature of some sort. Reptilian.
Does it have, how many legs does it have? Does it walk on all four?
Oh, it walks on
Gog
all
starts
fours.
sharing handling knowledge. Does it hiss? Does it stick to the walls?
I didn't
What does it
really
feed on?
check, to be fair.
You must have something else. Does it ever come up here? Does it ever climb up the holes?
No, it doesn't. It just stays down there. I think it's hibernating or something. Reptiles do that at times.
What's its temperament?
It hasn't come up here. I've just seen it. I know it will attack anything that comes down. So we've been stuck up here a little bit. But it's not really an issue since we would need something with a life spark anyways. So,
Okay. I cyclically ask my friends, are we going to help him? It?
I psychically respond, do you have your rat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Light spark.
In case we need a life spark.
Survival.
You'll be
For the
fine.
greater good.
Would you rather we use the bard? Because okay.
A solitary tear falls down Mosby's eye. Sorry,
We used the half orc.
allergies.
Half life.
Yeah, let's help him then, I guess.
Who's taking this amulet? Because I'm not holding it.
Do we get the amulet before we help?
it's
Could it be
quite
helpful?
rude
It seems
to
it could
talk
be
amongst
helpful.
yourselves when I'm here. I can't hear what you're saying, but I can tell that you're speaking telepathically. If
I
you
say out
want
loud,
to just
sorry. Force of habit. We're just used to this at this point.
Yes, well, some people might just find you weird. I am learned enough to know exactly what you're doing, which we've already discussed a little bit. But it would be... you can talk about these things in the open. If you're really wishing about something like... if you want to help me or not and you have doubts, you can speak amongst yourselves in a different area. It's fine. I'm not here to pressure you. I'm here to merely ask your assistance.
Okay. I'm willing to help. I'm just gonna say it out loud.
Yep. Gok points at the amulet and says, "That may help. We'll take it with us."
All right. I'm definitely fine with that. Did you have any other questions that I could answer as well? After all, we are helping each other, and I want to make sure that we're as forthright as possible.
You ran into some interesting creatures in a cave. You said you knew about like telekinesis abilities and stuff, and this thing seemed to be that way too. It yelled into our minds and stuff. Are you familiar with the mind flayers?
Oh, I've heard of the Illithids before, yes. Oh, is that where you gained your telepathy from? But how? That doesn't...
Not exactly.
Do
We
you have
fought
a...
one, and we had to kill it.
You what?
We fought we found a skull of one.
Oh, all right. Oh, dear God, did you ingest something from it? Huh.
That
That doesn't
why,
really...
why does that concern you?
Well, I know that sometimes they bring in the little parasitic worms to people and make them... and use those worms to slowly turn them into illithids themselves. That's, after all, how they reproduce. But aside from that, I don't really know how you would gain telepathic powers. That's very strange.
I psychically say fuck to everyone.
What?
Okay, Nico's not pregnant.
Yeah, don't worry. You're the baby
Do
that'll
you know-
change.
Is there any way to reverse this? To your knowledge?
He eyes you a little bit curiously and gives a wry smile. Oh, is this somewhat of a concern?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you all I know about it after I made real. Does that sound fair?
That's fair.
Indeed. All right. Well, let's go down
Can
and
I use suggestion to suggest that he does tell us?
Well, he said he'll
you
tell us as soon as
can.
he helps us. Or
It
we help
it
I
him.
want to know now.
Oh,
you can, and I will tell you that he would be under your suggestion. However, his undead friend would definitely see this.
Oh,
As
That's
it is
not
verbal,
rational.
I assume. Correct?
and Belrond, how do you feel? Trying
Greater
to
good.
clap an undead warrior real quick.
Uh,
Oh no, we're gonna get what we want out of this. Let's just help him, and then we'll get it.
Well, what if we don't help him and we don't make whole a wizard and we still get what we need out of this? We don't become tentacle babies.
I speak telepathically to Hari. Just calm your tits. Let's let's go through this. If we haven't already been turned into squid heads, I think we still have some time.
Gok will also address the simulacrum and say, tell us more about the space below us. How many more levels? Anything else dangerous we should look out for?
Well, I've told you the only dangerous thing that I found. Of course, I haven't disturbed all the ruins and everything. If you disturb the dead or different ruins, there might be ghosts or lingering spirits, so I've done my best not to do that. Aside from the strange lizardy creature down below, there really isn't any dangers that I found. Just that.
What is the exact path to the object we're looking for?
After we descend down, the creature is right there, which is a bit unfortunate. And after that, there will be a hallway. Once you go down the hallway, it will be on the door. Well, the other door that would face up, or that would be up, I guess, if you were looking at a map, and then you will see the device. I have not gone to the other doors, as there's no reason to explore those.
I say we go down. No point
Let's
in
go.
pussyfooting it.
Except all of us dying, but yes, let's go.
Excellent. So,
all right.
who will go down first?
Wizo, I have a question before we go down.
Gotcha.
Because I have the mask and I read about it. I think it's gives armor. How do I equip it?
It doesn't give you armor. Not to my knowledge. Let's see. You also gain a special mask, which you often wear when using this feature subclass. You determine its appearance or generate it randomly by rolling on the mask table. Yeah, no, there's no there's no armor that it gives. It's just a mask appearance for flavor for RP.
Because I clicked under equipment. When I actually click on it, it says light armor 10 AC. Like those are there. Just wanted to check it.
What? Yeah, that shouldn't be any armor. Yeah, I have it equipped now and it doesn't do anything, so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Because you're best without
Alright.
armor. Monk.
Battle plan. Whatever goes down first needs to be able to take a hit, while the rest of us come down.
I can
Rob,
rage
I can
and then jump down.
Or-
And that should half any damage that hits me. Well, almost any damage that hits me.
I'm guessing stealthily going down is not an option.
It's a giant reptile. Like
It
it's
is
probably
an
not gonna
option.
be
However, you don't know if
right?
it'll be an effective option.
Yeah, like odds are it can detect you multiple ways if it's a giant reptile. I'm a druid. I know animals.
Fair enough.
So the other option is we can, depending on because we're coming down from the ceiling, right? we can repel someone with a ranged weapon, and in the event that they can see the creature, we can figure out, is it sleeping, is it even somewhere we can see. What we don't want is we don't want to be surprised by it. If we get surprised by it, someone's in trouble. Because we got to go down this thing one at a time. We don't have a choice.
I mean, I have a ranged weapon. I don't know if I could stealthily repel. I think that's more on you guys.
we would slowly lower you
Yeah.
with rope, and then you would use a safe word for us to pull you up.
Harry is
I could-
proficient at stealth.
I could use telepathy, no?
That's true. You could also telepathically tell us to pull you up, but basically you would tell us what you see so that we have a plan before we go down. But also, if it grabs you and pulls you down, we come with you. That's my proposal. Otherwise, if we go down one at a time, it may get a surprise on the first person down, and then we're just it's gonna be a mess.
One more time, how deep is the tunnel?
Oh, the tunnel's about
Deep
15
is
feet, like
the
the rest of this
tunnel.
place. The tower, I assume,
Okay.
used to be 70 feet for the spire. 70 feet tall, about.
But as for so it's not like it curves; it just goes straight down 15 feet.
It does curve a little bit, so you can only see 8 feet down at this point. But Azan tells
I
you
see.
that it's 15 feet about.
So it goes down and then it curves, and then it's more drop into the next room where the lizard would be, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So you guys, you can rappel me down the 8 feet, and I could stealth on over to the edge, use my little mirror, and see down the room. What do you think?
Okay.
I say we do that. If we don't see it, we go.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Can we do that,
Commence
Wizo?
Mission Impossible.
All right. Da 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 da. Roll me a stealth, a stealth, a stealth, 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 stealth. Da 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 da.
Yikes! It is God.
Da 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 da. Yeah. Mulin, my friend, you stealth down, and you have a small. As you look around the corner with the mirror, this creature looks at you, and while looking through the mirror, I need you now to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh,
We're about to get Chamber of Secreted.
Blam 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 blam. Lonelin? Steam.
So, you feel this energy wash over you, and you resist it as you pull back, keeping your mirror there, shaking a little bit, and trying to make it so that you're not going to do anything as you just hold your breath, not making a sound as you're. As it's going around the entryway of this tunnel. As you are hidden. Just barely.
Telepathy, I tell the party what just transpired.
Telepathy, I say, oh my god.
Uh,
So one more time, Wizo, I'm above this creature, correct?
You are. Slightly a little bit.
Okay.
And then
Okay, but within reach, I assume, if he wants to climb it up in there.
just about. If you want to keep looking down, you can, as this creature's looking around.
But what I'm saying is, if he sees me, can he climb into the little air shaft that I'm in, or whatever?
He can. He can.
Can. Okay.
Okay, so the eyes seem, from your explanation you gave us, the eyes seem like they have a.
I'm assuming you're
effect.
still looking at this creature.
No, I pulled the mirror back, and I'm just like hidden in the corner. I'm just using telepathy. Guys.
Yeah, we're speaking through telepathy. At the moment.
Guys, I need a plan of attack. or else I'm Gawk. I'll throw oil at it. Just get down here.
Just anything big and
As
reflective.
it's now sniffing
Do we
in
play
the tunnel.
whack-a-mole?
Okay, I'd like to sneak
A little bit back
the,
up.
the curve.
All right.
Yes, yes.
We should
You
probably.
go and you're. As you're back in
Guys,
the
we're pulling back.
ice of the
We're pulling-
tunnel.
We're pulling back.
Pulling back up.
Pull him back up.
All right, so you pull him back up.
All right, guys.
Come on.
In a small room. In a small room, it's just brooding and beware. I think it smelled me,
But it's
and it tried to ensnare my mind.
great.
Let's
By
do
the
it.
way, Wizo, did my influence thing ability with my +2 saving throw,
Your influence did not help
or is
you.
that
no.
only an offensive ability? Okay, that's just an offensive feature.
Yeah, it's an active feature that you have to use. Not necessarily offensive, but active, not passive.
Gawk, can you try and tame it or talk to it or something like that?
Telepathically, hell to the no. But telepathically, everybody stay quiet. And then he looks at Balron and says, "What were you saying about whack-a-mole? We're not going down to it. I'm not going down to it. But if we can get it come up to us, we might be able to control the situation."
I say I pour all the oil down. We lure it up, pour the oil down, set it on fire. And we
The
have
fire will hurt it.
lizard
Most
barbecue
reptiles are
tonight.
actually relatively, immune to fire.
Could we do any type of like, like creature identification to know what's weak to, or
I think we're gonna need to look at it, and then
You can do
doesn't
an Arcana
sound like a
or a
good idea.
Nature as you share the image
Can I
in
do
your
it
guys' minds
Yes.
about what this creature could possibly be. Normally it'd be a disadvantage for others, but since you can share the image, eh.
Let's go.
And as you share the image, everyone make. No, just kidding. But okay, so Huggy, as you recall, in one of your readings, a reptilian creature, something to do with his eyes. He felt an effect on his body. You're very certain that this creature is none other than a basilisk.
Knew it. We are getting Chamber of
Chamber of
Secreted.
Secrets.
Yeah.
Oh God, where's Dumbledore when you need him?
Guys, I have an idea.
I'm in.
Oh,
Listen.
speaks.
Just listen. Best idea.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I'm going to cast. Avo, give me
Wingardium
your
Leviosa.
mirror.
Why?
Oh, fourth of the thousand suns. Yes.
I'm going to cast Light Bearer on the mirror.
The mirror's about this big, by the way.
I understand that.
It's gonna be a
Okay.
small pocket bomb, okay?
Is that the Snape, Severus Snape? Yes. I love that
Yes.
video.
Dumbledore!
Yeah, here you go.
So,
So-
what does that do?
Yeah, what's the plan? What's the plan?
So this is what light cantrip. Where's the info?
Oh, you would have to go to your
Uh,
spell book, and then you would click light
I-
because you should have light in your. Yeah, you have the cantrip
Yeah.
light.
So I touch one object that's not larger than 10 feet in any dimension until the spell ends. The object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20. The light can be colored as you like. Complete So basically, it makes it a very bright, shiny light, and it's a mirror, so they can still see the reflection. Correct, Wizo?
No,
As a
the
shining
light spell
mirror.
does not make a mirror. It does make a bright light that can possibly blind someone, and if you use your action to do that, then you could try to, and there would be a chance for them to be blinded for a round. which is my own personal take on that one for it. But
Well,
as
I'm
for
casting this on a mirror.
casting this on a mirror,
Yeah, the mirror
unfortunately,
that
One
that
with
would
us.
be
Pew pew.
opposite. It's like imagine you're putting a light bulb in front of a mirror. You can't really see your reflection as you just see this bright freaking light. So that's what it would kind of be.
What if we do this actually? We cast it onto something that we lower down, and that will kind of catch his eye, and maybe he'll come up following it. And when he's up here, we all just attack him at once.
So this is my plan. Basilisks, you don't want them looking at you.
You don't want to look at them.
You don't
It's
want to
like
look
a
at them.
Medusa.
So let's make the basilisk look at itself with the mirror.
Like,
No, that
you
would
would
work.
also know
But the
that
mirror's
that is
this
the most
big.
common theory that adventurers have had, and having a basilisk look at itself will not make it turn to stone.
Steve,
So had
I
I
shared
not
this
used my
information.
mirror, I would be a stone statue right about now.
Some of you have
Sh-
not
maybe.
watched
You
Chamber of
know that
Secrets, and it
all that needs
shows.
to be
No,
done.
he said that it can't do it to itself.
Yeah, it can't do it to itself. All that you know is that part, and that it needs to have its ability to at least see you. So if it just sees you, as far as Huggy knows, sees you and you see it, then you're able to be screwed over.
See, and if we're going by Harry Potter lore, reflection doesn't kill you but petrifies you, assuming it carries
You
over.
also know that petrification
don't
is
wanna
not
look at the
instantaneous and
mirror.
not final, Huggy. That is a myth from the basilisk.
Okay. So I still think we try to lure it up here somehow, and I think the shining light is actually a good way to lure it up here.
Yeah. And we can still test out the mirror theory.
Yeah. But let's just have like if it starts like if we start hearing something come up, we just all have attacks ready to like fire at it. So it just takes a shit ton of damage from the start.
Yeah.
And again, we don't know if it has any weaknesses to fire or ice or something like that.
We do not. Oh, Hari might. I
Yeah,
don't know.
you would not know that it would have any weaknesses. You never heard of any weaknesses or vulnerabilities for this creature, mainly about its gaze.
Damn.
Okay. Is there any way, guys, that we could fight kind of eyes closed to avoid its gaze, or at least? Well, you don't want to look at the basilisk. We just need to hear it.
Well, does the basilisk require light to see us?
Actually, I apologize, Hagi. There are actually multiple contending theories since you rolled a 20. You were able to get that the basic consensus is that, yes, a basilisk doesn't affect itself from a gaze. However, you have heard of stories that a basilisk could affect itself with its own gaze, but that's only by certain adventurers who have said they've been clever enough to get it to work. These stories are wildly far-fetched, and they aren't given any academic credibility. But there is definite contention that it could, under the right circumstances, use its gaze ability on itself. What those circumstances are, though, is up for debate, even if it's credible.
Worth a
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
Is it though? We have a pocket-sized mirror. We need it to focus on something the size of a wallet.
Yeah.
And if it looks at any of us,
Well, we could just have the mirror over the hole while it's coming up.
Is there any reflective surfaces up here, Wizo, that we can see?
No.
Or that Zan knows about?
There are not.
if we can get it to come up here, I can restrain it. I mean, I need Entangle to be successful, but I don't need, like, I just need to focus on the area in this tunnel. Entangle will cover most of this.
If you are very concerned
Fuck
about
don't-
being blinded, Hagi, you would know that some adventurers even choose to go and fight a basilisk blind, as they will not be turned to stone if they are blind. However, that has a lot of other problems.
Being blind.
Oh, guys, I have an idea. So I can technically, if I have to take 10 minutes, I can see through Bible's eyes. So I can be blind, like have my eyes closed and look through his eyes and just try to hit it for a while and distract it and keep its focus on me while you guys attack.
True.
Gawk have the ability to summon some creature or something that it can keep busy with?
That's also true. The only challenge is like my creature may not be able to kill it, especially
It's
if it
not-
turns out to have resistance to fire. Then we're a little bit in trouble.
We don't need it to so much kill it. We just need it to focus on it.
I have a suggestion. So, one of you who's able to hide really well, hide
Yes.
from its gaze, or just so that your presence is unknown, but that you're able to to look at it like how Mulin was doing before. And then everyone else has their eyes closed, but you're able to telepathically broadcast visual of where it is and what it's doing and where everyone else is. So then that way you can basically see it in your mind and fight it that way.
So, question for Wizo along this line. I like that, Digo. Is if I am looking through Fievel's eyes, could I project that to everyone psychically? So we're all kind of looking through his eyes.
I would have you roll an intelligence check in that moment to see if you're able to project that. And that would be a pretty hard check. The only reason why it works so well right now is because you had time to okay, this was the image, individually, one at a time. But if you're in combat trying to portray an image that is moving, that's a much taller task.
Yeah, I'm also concerned that we're overconfident about our ability to fight in combat using third person while this thing is moving. Like it is full mobile control, and we're playing through a security camera.
Okay, how about this? Everyone blindfolds themselves, stands up either with your ranged weapons or melee weapons around the hole. I hang out in this corner with my mirror. Second basilisk emerges. You guys, I mean, it's a confined little space, right?
Yeah.
Second it comes out, you guys start slashing and shooting blindly. The other option is I can try and influence it to close its eyes or sleep.
Do any of us have a charm?
to charm a basilisk.
Yeah.
I have influence. That's the
I
closest.
have
I think.
suggestion.
These things won't work.
Yeah,
Can I
no.
influence it to sleep?
I feel like it's too delicate of an influence. Your influence.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's to change emotions,
I think
not
that plan
make it
can-
go to sleep. That's a bit much.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that plan could work. My focus would be to entangle it. At the very least, if we miss, if we screw up, we need it not to be swiping at us.
Yeah, let's. I like that.
And then you guys can set up whatever you need to kill it. Don't kill us because you're blinded, so don't use AoE attacks. Just be focused. Got can stand here and focus on the, or actually, Got can climb on the other side and
Well-
focus here on the hole.
This is a basilisk. Is there anything we could find out about its vision? Is there a way to blind it with bright light? Temporarily, at least. Or make it focus its gaze on something that's not us while we attack it?
The light could work.
As stated, light
At
can
least
be
for the
used to
first
attempt
round.
to blind a target.
Yeah, if you want to prepare that, that could work. It would also help. We could try to entangle it and blind it. That way, if at least one of us is successful, we have a chance.
And then there's the rest of us have an attack prepared for as soon as it's up here.
Go for
Okay.
the head.
Okay, so what I can do is
So we definitely don't want like oil or anything in here, in case we want to set it on fire. Because we know it's gonna bottleneck its way up, right? So if I pour oil, it's gonna get some on him.
Yeah. But then the issue becomes if I try to entangle it, you'll just burn my vines.
Oh, that's fair.
I'd rather it be restrained than on
Okay.
fire, potentially hurt. We're not even sure.
So where are you gonna entangle it? Like as it emerges?
Yeah, so I have to have my eyes closed. My focus is going to be to cast Entangle on the inner surface of the tunnel. So I can cast it on a 20-foot square. My goal is to cast it effectively on the inside wall of the tunnel.
I see.
to
So
my ultimate
so do we
capacity.
want its head to emerge or stay under?
As
What
soon
are
as
you
we
using to
as soon as
lure
we have
this
some
basilisk really quick?
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that part out, but sorry, my
Okay.
guess was 5.
I thought
I mean,
I
can
was
start. We
missing
can
something,
start
but I
throwing
wasn't.
rocks.
Okay.
You start throwing rocks or something.
You guys can douse all the wood in oil, burn it, and send it down there, and see if that pisses it off enough to check what's going on up here.
It also
maybe
might make it defensive. Like I'd rather be attracted by something than become cautious. If it becomes cautious and it forces us to go down there, we're in trouble.
We drop rocks or ball bearings. Bleep, bleep, bleep. See if it
We
comes
can
up.
try that first, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, then I think it needs to be something alive.
I have. Let me make sure I'm correct about this. I have. Oh, that's poison damage. Not Constitution saving throws. That sucks. Never mind.
I have nothing.
I have nothing.
I have the will to wreck this guy. That's all I have right now.
And also set up a trap with a crossbow or something, so we get a freebie shot, and I'll be ready with my swords.
As long as it's not likely to hit one of us, sounds good.
I could have it aiming like in this direction, or like I don't know, a direction that someone's not standing in.
Yeah, preferably. So you wouldn't give it the +2 to AC if it emerges.
So maybe where Elrond is standing. Oh, as Agok is standing, like right in front of him. And then everyone.
By the way, guys,
Yeah.
I also have a
Roses.
bell. Beep, beep, beep.
Ooh.
Oh, the bell might attract him up here.
Yeah.
We should also set up the bell so that as soon as he trips a string or something, it goes off, which will be my signal.
Yes, and there'll be no need. Okay, so we can hang. I can hang. I think I have 2 bells on me. Let me see. I have 2 bells on me, so I can hang one from the ceiling just high enough here, so the second it emerges his head, sets it off, and the second you hear the tringle tringle, you start blasting.
I'm good with this.
Okay. Wizo, I would like to hang one of my bells just low enough so the second the basilisk's like top of his head is above the ground level here, it hits the bell.
Okay. So, explain to me the entirety of your plan. As you said, you had a bell right here, so that would hit the basilisk, correct?
Yes. I have 10 feet of string right down to the ground floor. Second basilisk pops his head. The bell goes off. Everyone else is blindfolded and starts shooting and swiping in the general direction of the basilisks, I guess.
So you're being lured down, blindfolded.
Oh, just
Oh,
the bell. Just the bell.
we want to lure it up. So we'll lure. I'll
Okay.
lure it up with my other bell.
Okay, so since this plan's a little disjointed when you explain it to me, let me see if I can piece that together from it.
Hang on. That was oversimplified.
Okay.
So we all have a spell or ability prepared, right?
Yeah.
In the general direction.
Yeah.
We plan on ringing the bell to see if it attracts it. If it
Yeah.
doesn't, we're going to telepathically come up with another way to attract it. I am using the bell ring. I'm using a second bell ring, so something I know we did not ring ourselves, as a trigger for me to cast Entangling Vines on the open mouth of the tunnel. ideally the inner, like effectively the inner surface.
Okay.
To try and ensure it at the mouth of the tunnel, which is where the
Okay.
bell is.
So to speed this along,
And that's the plan.
you use your bell.
Mhm.
Nothing seems to happen.
We need light bait.
I will be the bait.
I have an idea.
Okay. Mosby will be the
I will
bait.
be the
No,
bait.
no, hold on. I have an idea. Do we know what basilisks like to eat?
I think we've been told everything we know about Basilisk so far.
Okay.
Right? So we don't know weaknesses, we don't know vulnerabilities. I assume we don't know its preferred
Strangely
prey.
enough, actually, you would know its eating habits with the unnatural 20. You would know that basilisks are able to eat petrified beings, although they do prefer to feed on small critters, carcasses, or fauna. But they are able to eat from stone.
Alright. Mosby,
Wait,
small
wait.
critter.
Hold on, that was just the first part of my.
But I just want to confirm, they eat stone or petrified humans or humanoids?
Petrified stone, to be precise. Although stone is debated, but petrified stone is confirmed.
Is the statue in the other room petrified stone? Can we make a check for that?
The statue in which room? This one?
Yeah.
Oh no, this is a altar to some deity or some stuff. Probably. Well, actually, no. That's right. From your checks, it's probably a sculpture to someone's wife. You know, gotta appease the women folk.
Okay. Never mind. Tico, your second question.
Yeah, so I have a spell, Thaumaturgy, and one of its features is I can create a sound that originates from a point of my choice within range. Is that something that would help us out here to make a sound of an animal or something to lure it out to wherever point we want it to end up at?
I like
Yeah,
that.
small critter.
I like that.
Squirrels, whatever.
And then we can keep the bell, the second bell, so that when we hear the bell, Glock doesn't tangle, and then we attack. And you could make the sound of like, I don't know, like a sheep or something, or some small critter, like what's a small critter that makes sound?
Squirrels, moles, badgers,
Running.
beavers.
These things don't make sounds.
Squirrels totally make sense.
It's fine. We can make
At
sheep
least something a basilisk would hear
Yeah.
in an empty castle.
we can make sheep
Yeah.
noises, and hopefully they'll be in the mood for some sheep.
Also, as
Mata-
Gawk casts Entangle, Belron, can you also blind it?
Yes, I could try and blind it.
Yeah, we all pretty much get one shot to surprise it. So figure out what your one thing is now.
Yeah.
Or kick it.
Okay. So when I hear the bell, I'm gonna enter my rage, and I'm just gonna attack with my scimitar. That's that.
Okay, where's everyone standing?
Exactly where I am. I'm not getting a melee range.
I am where I am. Tico might want to get closer, but other than that, I think
I could do it. I could do it with whatever range.
Well, you want to be able to
Don't.
punch it in the face, though. Like when it comes up, you want to deal maximum damage.
If we're gonna, well, I mean, I could move toward. I don't want to. I don't want to be close enough to like, I don't know, be caught with it swiping or slashing or whatever. I could move toward it to do that.
Okay.
Just don't be behind someone, because then
Yeah. It's just
if your eyes are closed,
Deal
like you're
with you
just
or
gonna kill
something.
someone.
Gawk,
Okay.
can you cast through me if I'm standing here?
In front of me,
Gawk is here.
I'm there. I'm on the other side.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Tico.
Yeah, I
can you-
came here. Okay, go.
Who is this right here? Is this
That's Tico.
Tico, right?
What would you like me to do?
Can you do whatever you're gonna do while I'm standing in front of you, or do you need line of sight?
I don't think I need line of sight. I think Wizo, I could pretty much cast it anywhere. I'm within. To me, I'm within range.
For thaumaturgy? Let's see. That's a good question. So
For the
you're trying to
move
cast
here.
thaumaturgy.
Can I give him bardic inspiration? Prior to
This
end
does
doing that.
not need line of sight for that, so you're good. And yes, you can give him inspiration beforehand if you want. It lasts for 10 minutes.
When
All right, Tico, you have inspiration, as he's the one you wanted to give it to, correct?
Ready to roll anything.
Last but not least, I've been wanting to do this. Can I please set up my crossbow at this angle as a trap, kind of an automated crossbow? Hey, that happened with the militia leader. If you could do it, I could do it.
So you're trying to make a tripwire crossbow, so that when it makes its way up here, the crossbow's going to automatically hit.
Yes, in this angle, so it doesn't hit.
All
any
right, roll me a sleight of
comrades.
hand.
Yes, sir.
$20 says this crossbow hits me.
There's a good chance.
You think you set it up really
Blah.
good. Seems taut. It's going to be great.
$20 says this crossbow hits me. Oh,
Your
Make it 30.
crossbow is right here. All righty, all right. I'll make a little note of it. Crossbow.
All right. I have my.
Line. There we go. See? Perfect art.
Beautiful. All right, and I have my two short swords drawn, ready.
Fuzzy, what are you attacking with when he comes up?
Psychic blades.
Where did you go?
Psychic blades on your. You have a crossbow or something?
No, I have a rapier.
You should be in melee range.
Yeah, then you need to be here if you want to hit.
So, was a cool question. To blind the basilisk, would I have to cast light as it comes out, or can I precast it on an object and shine it in front of his face?
To blind it, you would need to cast it on its face when it comes out. That would need to be
Okay.
a ready to action for you.
Okay, so I have to touch its face.
No. Light doesn't need to touch. It does have a range. For example, let's see.
Oh, okay.
Where are you, Belron? There you are.
It says touch one object.
Yeah, an
Yeah.
object, but it does have a wait. Target object 10 feet. Ooh. Yeah. So you are able to. Let's see. You're right.
Hey, you
you're
want
right.
to cast it on the crossbow?
Interesting.
I want to cast it on my sword.
Yeah, why don't you cast it on all of our swords?
Yeah, you could
I can
cast it
only
on
do
like
it
on
one
separate weapons if you wish before the thaumaturgy
Okay.
effect
Yeah.
happens.
It lasts 1 hour. Yeah,
Okay,
Mhm.
then let me cast that.
on all our weapons.
All right,
It's
so
worked out
all
great
your
for the
weapons are shining.
Yeah, there we go.
And none of us are temporarily dead.
No, none of you are temporarily blinded. You get used to it. It's like, all right, it's really bright in here.
Let's go.
All right. So,
Okay, so is that my cue to start with the sheep noises?
all right. So
Yeah.
you cast the sheep noises. Bah, bah, down here.
All right, is it closed?
As it starts to get a little closer, and then it stops. And you hear it go back down. You saw that it was a little bit close, but when it was just cresting a little bit to look, the light from all your weapons shone down, and at the point when the light touched, it just backed away.
Noob. Turn off the lights.
Yeah, can we just hide our swords behind our backs until he comes out?
Instructions unclear. Sword in butt.
Yeah, can we sheathe our swords as they're all
You
bright
can
and-
sheathe your swords.
Let's try this again.
Yeah, try again. You go.
Louder sheeps. Sound louder.
A
Louder
tastier
sheeps.
sheep sound.
All right, now I need to check something on this creature just to make sure. Okay.
Tell me it's stupid.
Gonna roll a d20. Do you guys want high or low?
Hi,
Hi.
why not?
Hi.
High.
Okay.
You got lucky. On a d20, I
Hi.
rolled a 20. So, this creature crests as it goes closer to up here, and your ready to actions commence. What are you all doing?
Entangling vines first thing.
Entangling vines. All right. Click entangle. You don't even need to place it. I already know it's gonna be in here.
Also, should we roll initiative or?
Oh no, you're all doing your ready to
No, we get
actions first before we get to initiative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't need to.
Did my
click
crossbow
here.
go off?
Yes, your
Okay.
crossbow will fall down into the hole without actually triggering. As you,
Lovely.
as you rolled a 9, not even a 10. Sadly.
First thing I do is cast Mind Crush.
All right.
Wow. Tell me it's stupid. Tell me it's stupid. Okay, I'm going on. For me, I'm gonna rage.
So, actually, this is really surprising. As it gets up to the hole, Gawk does not need to roll a save, but I will need you to roll a save, Belrond, a Constitution saving throw.
Nice.
All right, so you shake off the effects, and you see like there's a little bit of like a as the air around it crushes in on this thing, dealing. Let's see. Half damage. So, yep.
Oh, it saved it?
I don't always roll terribly, just a decent amount of the time. You also see that the vines seem to have no effect as it's ripping through them. In addition to that,
Yes.
Mosby, it's your turn. You start to rage, and as you look at this, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution save. Reroll the one. Oh my god! Not again! Not again!
Oh, yes. Okay, so, that is hilarious. Even though you're a halfling, you do not have the luck of the halfling, even though you can reroll once. So. You are starting to turn to stone. The bottom half of you is completely restrained. Oh, actually your arms and legs are turning to stone. So yeah, you cannot do anything as you are restrained, technically.
I'm still
Jesus.
raging, technically, right?
You are still raging.
Are you just like?
Yeah, he's unable to do anything.
That has an intense face.
Alright,
Okay.
who's next?
Mosby, you are restrained. Who's next? Who's our next potential victim?
I shall Psychic Blades.
Psychic Blades. Okay, so since you were able to see this one, I need you to, at the beginning of your turn, make a Constitution saving throw. Constitution saving throw first.
Where is?
It's in attributes on the very, very left column where the big numbers are.
Very left.
It's like the third one. It says Constitution,
On the name Constitution.
and then to the
Saving
right.
throw.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's also use Psychic Blades when you hit. Okay. So, I have good news. You don't use your Bardic Inspiration. The reason why that is, though, is not for a good reason, as you are also being restrained and turning into
Jesus.
stone.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Who's next?
I'll go.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Constitution saving throw.
Boy.
Moulin, buddy.
Gonna be some very lovely statues.
All right. I believe Tico is the only one who hasn't gone.
Am I also
Yes.
stoned?
Your arms and legs are stoned as you are restrained
I
and
do it-
unable to do anything.
While flipping the finger.
Flipping the finger. Right as soon as it comes, you're like, I'm going to step. No more. Most important thing is that.
Yes. Very
Gotcha.
important.
Gotcha. All right, Tico. You are the last one left.
Okay. I click Constitution or the modifier on the right of it?
Constitution saving throw.
The one on the right.
Mhm.
The plus on the right.
Okay.
Excellent news. You are free to do what you will. What do you want to do?
Oh boy.
See everyone
this is
turning to stone around you.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to go up to its eyes, hit it with Hand of Harm to put necrotic damage on its eye, and then dash away.
Can you repeat that one more time? You're going to what?
I'd like to do Hand of Harm right on its eye and cast necrotic damage in hopes of trying to mess with its eyes or its vision or whatever, and then dash away.
All right. If you're gonna try that, roll me an attack with disadvantage to try to hit the eyes.
How are you aiming this, Tico?
Yeah, as it's coming up, it's gonna be really hard. Just roll me a martial arts, because that's how you would do for your attack. And you have disadvantage if
Would
you're
it be
going to hit
flurry?
specifically the eyes.
Would it be Flurry of Blows or?
Yeah, but you have to do a martial arts attack first before you do flurry of blows.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. It specifically states so. Yeah.
All right. Martial arts with disadvantage.
Yep. Your attacks will be at disadvantage if you're trying to go for the eye. Unfortunately, that misses. And the eye is also extra protected, so it'll be very hard to hit. But you can still go for it. You have 2 attacks if you're going to flurry it.
That's gonna go for it.
All right.
Tico. 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 Tico.
This is where you roll, buddy. Yeah. Oh.
Unfortunately, that misses.
One more.
And if you want to, you can just repeat the roll. Top right.
And I still get I get to use mobile to run away, right?
That indeed you do. Because you are hitting the eyes and because they are sunken in, 15 barely does not hit. But you can still run away.
Oh, wait. Doesn't the bardic can you use the bardic inspiration point for this?
Oh, yeah. So in the future,
Yes!
roll roll the bardic inspiration, or say I'm going to roll it before I declare if it does or doesn't hit. But you could roll it now if you wish. Yeah.
How do I
Just
do
roll
that?
a d6.
How do I?
It's the
Roll a d6.
square, the second one, the second button.
Oh.
That'll do.
That will do.
Maybe.
As you are able to hit it for 5. And is there anything else you wish to do, Tico?
If I'm out of action, then I'd like to dash away.
All right, you can dash away.
Oof. I guess I'll go into this room because it can't fit through that door.
Okay.
Break down the
Quick
wall.
question. You said you wanted to hit it with your hands of harm as well?
Oh yeah. Isn't that part?
You
Is that
need
a
to
separate
roll
thing, or-
hands of harm under your active abilities. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, so you deal 5. As you see some blood from its eye, and it's blinking a little bit from one of them, but the other one is still looking around very, very quickly at everyone. And you can move.
Okay. Yeah, if they can't go through the door or knock down the wall, I'm gonna try hitting until I could still do the action and everyone can still communicate with me telepathically for what's happening. Or when will be a good opportunity for me to come back out. I need to be safe right now.
You don't know. It's up to you if you want to like go into the room and then peek out. You can do that. That's no problem.
Yeah, I like to do that.
Okay. And you can telepathically communicate. All right. So, we now start the combat. Everyone, roll your initiative.
Ooh-wee. Oh, I still can't see my roll button.
If you look at the top, I made a little combat carousel, so you can just click the die there, and then it'll roll.
Awesome. Oh. Is it... It hasn't loaded all the images, so I can't tell. Is it the thing to the left of us? Of the
Yeah, the top
carousel?
left. Or
Oh
if
no,
you
that
like,
minimizes it.
Hmm?
The image asset isn't loading for me, so I don't know. That's hide.
Oh, if you
don't
want, you can still do
use-
the old-fashioned way. Top right, where the
Oh,
fist is
found it,
at.
found
From your sheet.
No, I can't see it in my thing, but it's okay. I got it.
Okay,
Wait,
and then we need
sorry.
Moulin.
I don't see the initiative button.
Go to the top right with the fist. Just click the die. For the combat carousel, you just need to click the die. The die is the key.
Did I do it?
You did it.
Nice.
Indeed. So, now let's see. Hagi, you are restrained. Would you like to know what restrained does?
Yeah, what can I do when I am restrained?
All right. So these are the characteristics of a restrained creature.
Got it. Got it.
Well, actually, you can try to attack. No, that was my bad. I apologize. I forgot I was for some reason saying that's really weird how they worded that. Okay, if you want, I will say that Hagi, Moulin, and Mosby can do an extra action, but you would have disadvantage on attack rolls. I apologize on that. I thought it was saying that you can't do anything.
We have one action? I'm confused.
Yeah, from your surprise round. Because it was... How it was
Oh,
worded was really strange. I apologize.
Oh, so do my blades hit?
Well, the psychic blades only matter if you've already hit with an attack. So when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you would still need to roll with disadvantage.
So we had advantage last round?
No. You were just doing an attack like a surprise round where everyone got a free attack. So Mosby,
Oh, okay.
Moulin, and Hagi, you are able to attack with disadvantage or do whatever else you want. I do apologize for that confusion.
Who wants to go first?
Can they free themselves from being restrained?
You'll find out at the end of their turns. You are not able to use your
so
action
I'm-
to do so, if that is your question.
So I'm gonna attack.
We already established that we cannot magically influence this character, this creature. Yes.
That is what you have assumed. Whether it is true or not is unknown, but you have assumed it.
You guys think I should try a suggestion on this thing? Suggested stuff? No.
I think it's already too
Yeah,
late.
it's too late. All right.
How do we roll the weapon with the disadvantage again?
All you would need to do is click it, click the die, and then it should bring up normal, advantage, or disadvantage.
Oh, there
and-
it is. Nice.
Yep,
Okay.
disadvantage.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
So, unfortunately, you did not roll an attack roll. You just rolled damage.
The heck? I put
The
short
big dice.
sword.
The big dice.
Uh-huh.
The big die.
Short
Roll
sword.
that. Yeah, next to the short sword.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Disadvantage.
Click.
Like
There
so?
you go.
Okay.
There you go. You just rolled damage before. All right, you did hit this creature for 8 damage. Excellent, excellent.
Can I also do the whole offhand and all that stuff?
Yes, you can. Offhand with disadvantage. Then we still have Mosby and Hagi. A 12 does not.
Arms.
And I have the cunning action, correct?
No, because the offhand is a bonus action.
Got it.
And your movement speed is 0 anyway, so.
Fair enough. Just want to go.
I'm going.
Legs. Yeah, no. All right, Mosby and Hagi. And then we'll start
I
the actual
am-
combat round.
How do
Going
I-
to.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm because mine's close. I'm gonna attack Reckless.
Okay, so you have a straight roll.
Yeah, because he's gonna have advantage on me anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so straight roll, attack. So the straight roll, 18, hits for 10 damage. This creature is wounded, which is half health or less. After that, we have Hagi. Hagi, what would you like to do?
I'd like to shove my rapier into its other eye.
Shove your rapier into its other eye. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, roll an attack roll with disadvantage. And we'll see if you hit.
Oh, what? I didn't let me choose disadvantage.
It's okay.
What? What?
I don't know what I did.
I don't
Okay,
know. You
only
just
the
rolled
first
two.
one
We're
counts.
just.
Yeah.
All right, all right. Roll an actual attack with the
Damage.
damage and everything. Just like how we
How
didn't
do
take
I
the
do
damage from the
these?
short sword, that was just damage. We went, but we're just gonna take it once it's all done. Like, yeah. Roll the die, and then if you just roll, should be good, or it should let you choose disadvantage.
When I press roll, it just rolled the die. Am I rolling it from the rapier? Is that
Should be
why?
a button that says attack, not roll.
No.
where-
Like if you just like you don't even need to click rapier. There shouldn't be anything underneath it. It should just show like rapier, loot club above, and then equipment below rapier. And then just roll the die to the left of rapier. It'll turn black when you scroll over it, and then it'll ask advantage, normal, or disadvantage.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, no. Okay.
Disadvantage.
Ugh. All right. There we go. Excellent.
Oi.
So, you got it. A 15, since you are targeting the eye, does not hit.
Try to kill this damn thing.
It might have been dead if you didn't actually target the eyes. But,
Yeah.
Huggy, you have your turn one more time. Roll me or do whatever you want on this turn. You are in the same circumstance.
And
As-
I also have a spear. Since I tried with my rapier, could I try with the spear as well?
No. So, swinging with two weapons, they both need to be light. A rapier is not light.
What about my dagger? I
Your
also have
dagger
that.
is light, but you need to attack with both light weapons. So, like a dagger and then another dagger.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Can I hit it with my guitar?
Since it is your turn at the start of
It's
the
a
combat
club.
round, and
It
if we
is a
move,
club.
if we move to your turn at the start of the combat round, you can use your main action to try to loot club it.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, then in that case, I don't do anything else.
Okay, so then we get to your turn at the top of the round. The previous one was for the round that you missed because
Sorry.
I misinterpreted something. So yes,
Now I loot club?
you can loot club indeed.
Not in the eye, so I just do normal.
Ah, well you have disadvantage still, but it might be a higher chance to hit
Okay.
because the eyes are a bit harder, so I up the AC a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I have good
Only
news
one
for you.
damage.
Because you are not aiming for the eyes, you do hit for 1 damage. Do you wish to use your psychic blades or whatnot?
Yes.
All right, roll me that.
Da-da-da. Psychic blades. Where did it go? And again, disadvantage.
Yes, disadvantage.
Disadvantage. 2.
All right.
2.
Actually, it doesn't really matter because your psychic blades automatically hit.
Yeah.
Good news is that you deal, an additional 2. All right, 2 damage is still damage.
3. Yeah.
Okay, you've done 3 damage. All right. End your turn, and then actually roll me a Constitution saving throw, Huggy.
Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so you shake off the stone effects and are no longer being petrified. Excellent.
Oof.
So now,
So
end
like
your turn, and we go
Pokemon.
to Mullin.
Oh, never mind. It's too late.
Well, it's still Huggy's turn. Do you want to do something,
Oh,
Huggy?
No.
All right. I'm just going to move it over. Mullin! What do you wish to do?
Throw all his dice.
All right. Unfortunately,
Short
an
sword.
8 misses. Do you wish to try to attack with your short sword? Your offhand. Or whatever you have
Yes.
for offhand. Good news. As you are swinging at it, you are able to hit it for 8 damage. It is not doing well. It is at death's door. However, Mullin, I will need you to roll me another Constitution saving throw.
Does Mullin have assassinate on this one?
Yes.
Assassinate's only if you're in sneak, I think.
Actually, it has not
I
moved
think it's
yet,
if you-
so it is a straight roll. So technically, you are correct.
Oh.
Yeah, the damage will be 13, 14 instead of 8. So yes, at the end of your rounds, you are actually able to kill it because of Assassinate. Very good point. However, I will need one more
Thank you,
thing to
Mosby.
happen. I need Mosby to roll me a Constitution saving throw to see if you turn to stone.
Oh, I have to roll another character.
Roll up.
Nice knowing you.
Ooh.
I have very good news. The DC was 12.
Yes!
And that is
Nice.
where we will end the session.